Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunny TV Unfiltered. This is the Burnley v Arsenal live watch-along. I hope everybody in the comments is having a good day. We've got the team lineups here. Oh, just before I do that, let's introduce my guests. We've got the kid who's going to join us for a couple of minutes before the game starts, and then me and Johnny. How you doing, Johnny, for the rest of the game?
Oh, morning, guys. Afternoon, sorry. How you doing?
Big night last night, was it, Johnny?
No, I'll be honest, mate. We're not. Oh, we are live at the moment. I've had a bit of a rough ride. I'm getting back to the gym and I'm training really, really hard, but I'm getting over a really nasty cold. And then I had an X-ray, and I've got something called spondylitis. It's a lower curvature of the spine.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's really bad. My lower back's been, because I used to play reasonable standard football, and I think it's impact, and it's finally catching up with me. So I can't lift heavy weights. I can't squat anymore. Can't play football anymore. I can run. I run for about an hour. I'm a good runner, but I've just got to be careful now. It's a shame, but you know.
Yeah.
I think it's time to pick up golf.
Oh, yeah, it's a great suggestion, kid. I think maybe if I could play the game, then yeah.
Okay.
Let's quickly go through the team lineup. Then we've got Leno in goal. We've got Jan Sakar at left back. Louise, Mustafi, and Bellerin in defence. We've got Xhaka and Guendouzi in midfield, with Martinelli, Özil, Aubameyang just in front of them, and Lacazette up front. What's your thoughts on that, the kid?
I'm so happy that he kept Martinelli in, because that's the first thing I thought about. Because just to take him out of the lineup at this time when he's been firing, it's gonna ruin his confidence. So I'm so happy that Martinelli's still in the game, and Saka also, because both of those guys have been firing, and I love it. Shout out to everyone in the comments.
Yourself, Johnny, what do you think about that lineup?
Yeah, I think the only I saw a few people tweeting, but I think they don't realise. I think Torreira's not fully fit yet. He took a knock a couple of games back, and he's worked his bollocks off over the last few. He's been our best player for me personally over the last couple of months, and I think Arteta's. It's not a panic. Arsenal fans panicking, but Guendouzi's come in. He'll do a job, and Torreira's on the bench, you know, and. You've got to, sadly, Aubameyang, you've got to start Aubameyang, so you've got to drop one of them. And Martinelli, you can't drop. He's been playing really well. So, unfortunately, it's Pepe. Even though he's been picking up, he's the man to go.
Yeah. Ahmed's put shocking lineup. If Emery chose that, he'd have been slated. Why is Xhaka still playing? I don't think it's a shocking lineup, Mohamed, but I am going to say, obviously, everyone knows I'm a massive Arteta fan and I love him to bits. But, you know, for me, if a player is fit enough to be on the bench, then he's fit enough to be playing, for me anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because if he's not fit enough, then he shouldn't be on the bench. Because if he comes on, then 9 times out of 10, if they come on, they're going to get injured again. So he must be ready to play. So in my eyes, I think he should have played Socrates over Mustafi because he's on the bench. I would have played Torreira over Guendouzi, and I would have had Pepe on the pitch still and left Lacazette on the bench.
I feel like Lacazette does a lot of important things off the ball that we don't appreciate because he's not been scoring a lot. Honestly, he comes up, he links up play, he connects the midfield to the front, and on top of everything else, he comes deep and collects the ball sometimes and releases it to the people out wide, giving them one-on-ones. So those kind of things are invaluable, and not a lot of players in our team can do that.
I think as well, when he makes the no offence to the guy, he's totally. So I just think again, it's typical Arsenal fans. That statement. It's a shocking lineup. That's our squad. You know, it's not a shocking lineup. Matthew Guendouzi can do a job. Torreira is obviously still not fit. If he's saying it's a shocking lineup, then you know Lacazette is not a shocking player. He works his bollocks off every game. All right, maybe he shouldn't start, but there's Mustafi's come in. You know, it's just one of them, but it's certainly not a shocking. You know, it was maybe not the best 11 that we can play, but to say it's shocking, I think that's a bit dramatical, personally.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, what's up with these new players then? I know they've only just come in, The one from Southampton, I'm sure the manager said that he's injured for 3 to 4 weeks. But what about what's his name, the new one?
He's just coming back from preseason because he had 30 days off since the Club World Cup. He hasn't played, he hasn't trained, he hasn't done anything. So, and also to throw him in away from home against Burnley, first game, just signing to the club, you have to get his fitness levels up back to speed and get him assimilated with the club and how we play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you there, the kid. With that, apart from really, you know, we're going to have to buy these players because we need them. So when are they going to be fit? What, in a month's time? Do you know what I mean? When the season's more or less finished? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand that to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean? These players are professionals. You know what I mean? Even though he's on a break, he should be keeping his fitness levels up and whatever. Do you know what I mean? So
it's not necessarily all about his fitness. It's also more about getting assimilated because he needs to move his whole life from Brazil to over here. So the club might have been giving him a week or two to get himself sorted in London. It's more than just what's on the pitch sometimes. There's deeper things to it.
I think Arsenal as well. I don't know if you guys agree. I honestly believe Arteta is pushing for the FA Cup and the Europa, and I think these two players he's going to use. We need squad depth for them games. We've got a lot of games coming up. Buttons looks like he just woke up. You're right, mate. I have just woke up. I've just got over a nasty cold, but thank you for noticing. And I love you too. Very kind.
You didn't have time to get your makeup on, did you, mate? That's what it was.
No, mate. No, and my high heels. My high heels are left around the corner. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think I think he's looking at the bigger picture of the Europa and trying to get us back. And I think he's going to take the FA Cup quite seriously because if we beat Portsmouth, we're in the quarterfinals.
That's right, yeah.
You know? So, I think these two players, I know we've gone down that route before of like Kim Kallstrom and stuff like that, but, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, just quickly, because I haven't seen you or spoke to you since a couple of podcasts ago. I mean, what's your opinions on what Sheffield Simon said about we should prioritise the cups? What's your thoughts on that?
100%. We should prioritise trying to get into Europe, Champions League next year. So that means either top 4 or Europa League. But honestly, if we're going to be realistic, if we prioritize the Europa League, we're going to be hindering ourselves in the top 4 race. So try to go for both top 4 and Europa League at the same time, and forget about the FA Cup. Forget about the FA Cup. It's irrelevant.
Why is it irrelevant?
Because if we win that cup, we're gonna get trophies. Yes, but we're not gonna actually get anything of substance to help us push forward. Where if we get top 4 or we get into Champions League through Europa League, we can actually get more funds from the Champions League purse. Next year, we're going to have Champions League football, which means we can attract better players, which means we can have better recruitment and better players on the pitch, which means we can succeed.
But like I said the other day, the kid, I mean, this happened a lot. This happened nearly every year under Wenger in his last, every time we was in the Champions League every year. What he would do is he would prioritise the Champions League, even though we was in all 4 competitions, and then within 2 weeks, we'd be out of all of them.
So you're saying you'd rather miss out on the Champions League completely and win the FA Cup?
No, I'm saying, why not play your best team in every game and go for everything?
That would be amazing. That would be ideal. But if you were going to be relaxed on any of those 3 competitions, you'd be more relaxed on the FA Cup.
That's what I'm saying. I won't be relaxed on anything. I don't know about you, Johnny. What about you?
As you say, I respect everyone else's view, but and kid, don't take this personally because I'm old school. To me, the FA Cup's a very important trophy from England, and I'd love to win any trophy. And sadly, money's changed the game today, and top 4 has now become a trophy higher than the FA Cup, which I personally disagree with. Because I'm old school. I get what you're saying, kid. I totally do as well. But to me, it's about winning trophies because it's history of the club. And I'd love to win the FA Cup. I think a lot of the media, I think Sky Sport and all that have ruined the FA Cup. They really have. And to me, it's such an important trophy. I personally think we should forget about top four. We will get in the top six. That will basically, I know we don't want to, but that would give us another opportunity to get in the Champions League the following season to fight for it. But if we can do it this year by winning the Europa Cup, so yeah, let's go for both cups. Let's also don't forget, the fans pay a lot of money to watch Arsenal win a game. And realistically, in their heart, they want to win a trophy. They want to be celebrating with the Arsenal winning a trophy. I've been there when Wenger won all them FA Cups, and it's fantastic. You know, being there on that day, it's history, and it's your club. And Arsenal hold more FA Cups than anyone else as well. So to win another one for Arsenal, don't forget it goes on the mantelpiece and it goes down in the history books. So for me, it's so important to challenge for every trophy. I just think, sadly, the Champions League has you know, it's positive for a lot of things, but it's ruined the true core of the game as it was. But that's
Johnny,
only
can I
because
say something?
that's only because I'm old fashioned though. Do you know
When
what
it
I mean?
comes to the trophy, everyone would want it. But the fact is, the question, I felt almost like it's like, which one would you pick out of the two, Champions League football or win the FA Cup? That's where I felt like that was the kind of, if you were given that kind of scenario, you would probably choose going into Champions League over winning the FA Cup, wouldn't you?
Um, what just to enter it or to
Yeah.
actually?
So if you had a
I'll,
choice,
I'll be I'll be honest. If I
win the
knew,
FA Cup or get top four, which one would you pick if you had to only pick one?
do you know what? It's crazy as it sounds, and it's going to sound crazy. I'd rather win the FA Cup because I don't think Arsenal have got the financial backing to win the Champions League.
Mm.
Because the fact is, we've tried so many times. Not saying we're not good enough, but with the owners that we've got and the money that we've got, Arsenal get knocked out of the last 16 most of the time, or the last 32. Arsenal seem to win. I mean, we were winning FA Cups with Arsene Wenger when people were wanting him out. So I'd rather
I
celebrate.
know.
uh, I'd rather celebrate and win a trophy than get knocked out of the last 16 and be disappointed every year.
Just before I come back on that, I'm just going to. Sam's put Terry. What would you say if we played Shrewsbury at home in the FA Cup quarter final a few days before an important Premier League fixture with Europa League a few days later, and Uber and Torreira got injured? For me, Sam, the simple answer for that to me is that, like I said, I will play my strongest team in every game. I tell them to go out and try and get 3-4-0 up straight away, and then I would make the changes. I would never ever do what Liverpool done the other night when they went 2-0 down to Shrewsbury, and then because they didn't want the fixture break at the fixture backlist, and you know what I mean, the more games than that. What they done is they brought three of their main players on to try and win the game from being 2-0 down. And in my eyes, that is when you pick up the injuries the most. So me as a manager or as a person, I don't like that and I wouldn't do that. Coming back to quickly the Champions League thing, it's like the mentality nowadays, Johnny, unfortunately for me, with the younger people. You know, Champions League, everyone wants to get in it and it's about being part of it. It's not about winning it, it's about taking part. Whereas the FA Cup, you could win it and win a trophy at the end of it. That's what the ultimate goal is at the end of anything, in my eyes. You want to win the league at the start of the season. You want to win the FA Cup at the start of the season. You want to win the Champions League if you win it at the start of the season. For me, I don't want to be in the Champions League just to take part in it, just because you play the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, and at the moment, we probably would get battered.
Mm.
Because obviously, we haven't
I'll be honest with you. This is how I am, kid, and this is greatest respect to you as well. Because
Sorry,
obviously,
John, 2 seconds. We're just kicked off, by the way, everybody. So we'll keep an eye on that just while we're talking about this. Go on, Johnny. Sorry, mate.
basically, I was just saying the only way that with Arsenal, with the it's just the game's just changed so dramatically from when I remember it. I mean, I'm sounding like Victor Meldrew, but it's I just miss the real core of what it used to be. I can remember winning the FA Cup in the semi-final against Spurs when Tony Adams scored, and my heart was racing, and I never ever felt anything like that. And then when we played Barcelona in the last 16, it's not the same. it's not the same to me. It's exciting and it's great that I hope we win. But you and I both know, and I'm not putting Arsenal down. If we play Barcelona over 2 legs in the last 16, I'd say 90% of the time we're going out. And
Yeah.
it's not a bad attitude. It's just a fact.
Great
It's
ball.
just
Martinelli. No, Ozil, sorry, to Aubameyang on the left.
Okay, guys.
Cross comes in.
oh
Laka just headed it wide. Sorry,
Guys,
Johnny.
you guys are very ahead of me, so I'm gonna head out. But I was just gonna leave you with this thought. I don't feel like it's a generational thing. I feel like it's the fact that the finances of football has become such a big thing in football that it almost discourages people for pushing for these cup competitions where in the opportunity to get into Europe, where they feel like getting to Europa League or getting to Champions League is more valuable than winning the FA Cup, League
I
Cup,
understand that.
or any of those things.
I just think personally nowadays is that with the TV money that you get now, and it obviously gets shown around the world and things like that, they actually make more money out of that they do nowadays than what they do out of ticket prices. So that is why clubs nowadays don't, in my eyes, don't give a crap about the fans, because at the end of the day, they get the money really from the competitions and the TV sales. So that's what it generally comes down to.
Yeah. Hey guys, I never got to say my prediction, so I'm gonna say 2-1, 3-1,
3-1 Arsenal. Yeah.
3-1. Abba's gonna score 2. Gabriel Martinelli is gonna score 1.
Okay, mate. I'll see you later on.
Enjoy,
Nice.
guys.
Kids, take care.
What was your score prediction, Johnny? Saka in the box. Corner.
Well, just before I say that, mate, I'm watching Arsenal and I'm loving this new urgency. Every game now, we start off on the, you know, when we were chasing and we didn't get the ball,
Yeah.
we're the ones pushing every single game. I've noticed,
Yeah.
even against the game we lost against Chelsea, we come out the strongest. I've noticed every time.
Yeah.
Every single time. I'm going to go up the way Arsenal are going at the moment. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0. I said 3-1. We've got the ball. Saka's played it back now.
But I'm probably going to look a right tit because something, you know, was going to score now. But
ball comes in. I thought that was Martinelli. Unlucky. Throw in just by the corner flag. We're looking good, Johnny. We're looking good, mate.
Yeah, every single time. The first 20 minutes or 30 minutes, it just seems Arsenal are like, you know, they're off, aren't they? They're out of the traps like a greyhound, you know. Looks really good. That Saka's really.
Oh, look at that! Well done. He's gone for. That's a free. Come on, ref. Oh, I think he's done his knee here. I hope it ain't that serious. He's rolling about here.
Oh, yes. We don't have a lot of luck, do we?
I think we should just not play any defenders because our defenders just seem to get bloody injured every bloody game.
You know why though, don't you? Because a lot of our Arsenal have always been like that. Our attacking, our fullbacks and that are like attackers. They've always been like it. Winterburn, not Dixon. They all go forward. They love getting involved, don't they?
Yeah.
It's the Arsenal way. They don't sit back. Bellerin, another attacking fullback. You know what I mean? Xhaka.
Coronavirus. That's a great name, by the way. I just hope we don't contract that disease through the internet, by the way. But
wait a minute, I'll go and put my mask on.
Yeah. Hold on, let's just have this free kick first. Ozil. Oh, unlucky David Luiz. Guendouzi heads it back in. Why is he? He's pushed him. Mustafi has pushed him there. What's the point of that? Yeah, he's put Terry. Who do you prefer, Saha or Richarlison? For me, personally, I think I would prefer Richarlison myself, personally. What about you, Johnny?
I don't think there's much difference, to be honest. I think it's very close call. So that's because I could tell that you were actually thinking about it for a little while. So there isn't, but I don't personally think we need either. I think Pepe's. I still stand by Pep. I think he's going to be a very good player. If you watch, I watched a video of him the other day of what he does on the ball and that, and he is a brilliant player. You can clearly see Pepe's a really good player. He just needs confidence. I think he just needs the rest of this season. I think Arteta will get the best out of him.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't do what you do against Liverpool and other games that I've seen him and score them goals if there ain't something about you.
Exactly, mate. I totally agree.
Guendouzi started off really well.
Oh, yeah, he has. He's looking good in the middle.
Yeah, he's battling away.
We've got
He
the
knows.
ball in here. Here comes Ozil.
Have you ever seen Ozil run so much lately?
I think he's been brilliant under Arteta. I don't know what everyone's problem is. Ball comes in. Just over the head of Aubameyang, and the keeper's got the ball.
Problem is, Terry. What happens is, I'll probably upset a few people watching it, but the problem is with Ozil is that a lot of players, a lot of fans, that they have their opinion on him and they can't back down. And what they'll do is every little thing that they see go wrong, they'll automatically blame Ozil for it. I mean, and that's just people for you.
No, I totally agree with what you just said there, Johnny. Totally agree.
Where's Sonny? I ain't seen him for a while or heard from him.
He's got a couple of problems again. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so he might be off of here for a couple of weeks, but hopefully we can hold it down. Shouldn't be a problem. The Lumbercamp has put, our reserves have been brilliant if he hasn't scored or assisted. A few sideways passes ain't the one.
I'd just say put your CV in, mate, and become the Arsenal manager then, because Arteta obviously likes him, Wenger likes him, and Emery liked. Well, Emery was the shit manager of the three, and he dropped him, so I'll answer that one.
Well, I totally agree with you, Johnny, to be fair.
Well, Emery, everyone challenged Emery about how bad his tactics was. He dropped Ozil, and we became a lot worse. All of a sudden, Wenger played Ozil. We had some good games. Oh dear.
Lacazette's get the ball away here by accident.
This is when I worry with Arsenal.
Look how many bodies we got back though. Look at that. Look.
Xhaka's a lot better now, isn't he?
Yeah. I just don't understand why they're so much different. Well, I do, because obviously you got to have confidence in your manager and all. In my eyes, do you know what I mean? If you're confident with, bloody hell, that was lucky. But look how much we got here. Go on, Ozil.
Like, how can that geezer say Ozil's not playing better? Ozil never runs. I mean, look at what's Ozil done. He's passing. He's not just side passing. He's running with the ball. What game are they watching?
I don't know. Martinelli in the box. But look at him getting back straight away. Do you know what I mean? That wouldn't have happened under Emery. Do you know what I mean? They just wouldn't have done that. Disappointed no to see Mare. Typical Arsenal making us wait a month for a debut.
Just had a tweet in now. I don't know if you saw it, Terry. Guy just asked you. He said, if Arteta doesn't win this, he's just put it up again. If Arteta doesn't win this, serious questions must be asked. Why? His first season, he's just got there and he's trying to improve the club. So no, not at all. If Arsenal lost this game, no, that'd be ridiculous. Just my opinion, not being rude, mate.
I do. I mean, that is to me just a silly question, to be honest. A silly question. He still hasn't really got his full team back. We've still had a load of injuries. We just bought a couple of players who ain't yet fit. Do you know what I mean? So every single player that played under Unai Emery has improved, in my eyes, 80%. So
I totally agree with you, Terry.
Let alone Johnny, in my eyes, do you know what I mean? How can you say that about Arteta? What do these people want Emery back? I don't understand.
I just honestly felt, I'm not saying every single guy that's watching this show, so please don't think that. I'm on about some of them, or certainly 25% of the fan base. It's basically a gluttonous thing. If Arsenal are not winning trophies or they're not beating people, it's a very fickle sport, unfortunately. And they've got to realise, when I keep saying it again and again, Manchester United never won the trophy for 25 years. Liverpool still never won the Premiership, and they're about to. And it took Jurgen Klopp 4 to 5 years to get where they are now. So, at the end of the day, that answers all questions. I just, when people are challenging Arteta already, and there's been a slight improvement, I just think it's absolute madness. I don't know if they're seeking attention or what. I don't know, mate. It just because any normal football supporter with any kind of brain, I used to play a good standard of football. You can clearly see this Arsenal team have improved under Arteta. They're not setting the world alight, of course, but
Shadow of that.
you can clearly see that they're a better team than when they were with Emery. Clearly.
Sea Dogs put Burnley are a decent team. They definitely are, mate. They definitely are. But I hope I ain't going to give like a commentator's curse here. But we've played Burnley 11 times this season. 11 times this season. That would be nice. But we played Burnley 11 times in their Premiership since it started. Do you know how many we've won, lost and drawn, Johnny?
I don't, mate. Tell me.
We have won 10, drawn 1 and lost none against Burnley.
Well, that's a good start. That's a good start. Do you know what I'm liking about this game as well, Terry? It's very open.
Yeah, very open.
Burnley are going for it as well, and that's what Arsenal like. Arsenal play their best football. When a team goes for you, Arsenal can play their football.
Do you know what? I just think and all with the performances that I've been watching. I know that we haven't been going at it for 90 minutes in every game, if you know what I mean. We've been sort of having fits and starts, if you know what I mean, in different games, different periods of the time. But I can see the direction we're going in. I can see the way he wants us to play. And once we do get that fitness, I can see us giving someone an hiding really soon. I really do, because as soon as we put a couple of these chances away early doors, I think that will give, especially like Lacazette and the players, confidence just to take a shot whenever they want.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Bellerin at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Last 3 games, I mean, Stay started off well. The last 2 games, he's been brilliant. He really has.
Vipers put, how do you think the game is going, guys? They seem to be controlling the game so far.
Well, I don't know if you want to answer that one first, Tel. He's in.
Hold up, he's in. Aubameyang. Oh, that is. I mean, obviously he's only just come back for 3 games out, but really, that is poor. That is poor there from Aubameyang. We should be 1-0 up there.
Yeah.
Was he onside just to see? Yeah, he is. He's onside. The left back was playing him on.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, that was terrible, really. What a ball, though, from David Luiz.
That's unlike him, isn't it?
Oh.
We've got to be forgiving, I suppose, with him, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. Just to go back to how do I feel, I think, we've been playing 14 minutes now, and in all truthfulness, I think we've looked really good. I think we look like every time we get the ball like we have now, we are going forward straight away. The urgency, like you said, even though we just give the ball away, Burnley on the attack.
It's got to be
comes in and Leno saves easy. But, I mean, really, they've done nothing and we've had a few chances. So I'm liking the way we're starting games at the minute. I'm liking the urgency. I'm liking the way we set up. I'm liking the formation. Yes, I would have preferred a couple of other players that are on the bench on the pitch, but you know, Arteta has got faith in the players he's put on the team, so have I. So that's the way it goes for me. You, Johnny?
Yeah, no, agreed, mate. Totally spot on again. I'll tell you. Oh dear, we could be in trouble here. Oh, he got lucky.
That was lucky, Leno. Oh.
Who made the mistake there? Was it? I was offside anyway, wasn't it? Was that Mustafi? It weren't, was it? I'll tell you what I don't know if you agree on this one, Terry, and I don't know if anyone that's watching. Playing from the back, we've also improved dramatically.
Yeah.
Do you know that, like, when we don't want to play from the back and we're kicking it out, and you know, it's so much better than what it was. I'm not saying it's everyone's favourite way of playing, but certainly since Arteta's there, when we were doing it under Emery, we were like letting goals in and making mistakes. It seems that the confidence playing from the back. It's quicker. The urgency's better. It's
Yeah,
a lot. It seems a lot. He's improved that dramatically.
I totally agree. Five of White was put. Johnny, what are your thoughts on Arsenal recalling Eddie Nketiah? Do you think he could be a starter or just a squad player?
At the moment, my friend, I think he would be a squad player because he's come from Leeds. I don't think he's better than Martinelli. He's certainly, but not better. Obviously, he's only young, so he's got time. But he's certainly a squad player. I don't think he'd start ahead of Martinelli or Aubameyang,
Yeah,
or Lacazette, because I think what Lacazette does on the pitch, maybe not with the goals, but he works hard. But he's certainly there. He's fighting for his place. So they've called him back for a reason. But as I say, I like the guy. But I certainly don't think he's a starter at the moment. I don't know if you agree with me there, Terry, or not.
yeah. I think my problem with Nketiah, for me, it's not a problem. I mean, I think with him, it will be better in a two strike force, two strikers up front. The reason why I say that is because for me, Nketiah is like a goal poacher. If you just hold him to stay in that goal area, like when we get chances or when we're going down the wing, just stay in that box, he will score you goals, no matter what. Don't care. They won't be fantastic goals. They'll be you know what I mean? They'll be just deflectioned in or whatever, because that is the striker he is. If you look to watch him, when he scores his goals, he's always in the centre of that goal. He's not like out of the area or on the wing or anything like that. Most of his goals, he's in the centre of the goal, and that's how he scores them. Like a Gary Lineker used to be. Do you know what I mean? He was always there. When that ball come in, he was always between the two sticks, Gary Lineker. And that, for me, if you played like that in that way, then Eddie Nketiah would definitely be on the pitch for me.
Yeah, he's that sort of you. I mean, everyone needs that kind of player. And but one thing I will say to the guy that asked me the question, he's certainly when I say a squad player, he is a very, very worthy squad player as well. If that makes sense, he's a brilliant addition to Arsenal. He's someone that we could seriously. That's a good stop there. Good shot.
Yeah.
But he's certainly a very good. That's what Arsenal need. Good squad players as well. So when we have an injury, he's like the other night, wasn't it, in the FA Cup? We played. He scored, and he looked good, and he works hard, and as you say, he's always there to poach a goal in. So, it's wonderful squad player. It's it's like Maitland-Niles and all that, and Reece Nelson and that. They could be really good squad players. You know what I mean? It's just see that's what we need to do. Build a squad. You don't necessarily need all to have world-class players in a set. If you've got a good squad with decent players that can play together, you can win a title, and that's what Ranieri did.
Yeah. Corner comes in, and that was it. It's easy. It should be a play that way.
You ain't got to go out and spend don't get me wrong, you need some quality player, Aubameyang, you need your 50, 60 million pound striker, but you ain't got to go out and buy 3 or 4 80 million pound striker to win a title. I know it helps, don't get me wrong, but it can be done with right management.
Yeah. Unai Clannery has put, should we expect to win a trophy this season?
No, I think any Arsenal fan that says we should expect to win a trophy, we're not Man United fans. Man United fans, I call them the divine writers. It's basically I don't think anyone says that I don't like that either. Not from the guy that's posted the tweet. It's a great question, but to say should we expect? No, we're not Man United fans. We're decent Arsenal fans. We don't expect to win anything. We expect to compete for it and have a go. But I don't think anyone should say we should expect.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No, I totally agree. Like I said, before we even got a manager, everyone was saying that these players are not good enough for any manager that comes in, even if it was Ancelotti or Allegri, anyone. Do you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, because we've got Arteta and he's, improved these players a little bit, people are now, now going against Arteta saying that, he's not good enough. That, these players should be doing better. And you've got to put things into perspective sometimes, you know what I mean? Like I just said 2 months ago, everyone was slating the whole squad basically. And now, we could be in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup if we beat Portsmouth, which is we really should do. He's unlucky. The defender got there. Aubameyang's got the ball. Come across. Oh, it's a corner.
Are they putting their hands up for a penalty?
I think so. I don't know. He's going. I don't think it is because he went for the shot. He didn't touch the ball. Let's have a look here. Ozil took a shot, deflected. Martinelli.
Oh, hold on. That's a penalty, isn't it? He took him from. I don't know. It might be me. It looked like he took him from behind. Oh no, he didn't.
No, he kicked the floor. He kicked the floor, Lacazette. It's not a penalty.
They'd do a VAR though, wouldn't they?
I think they'd do a VAR, but that'd be over really quick. He kicked the floor.
Yeah.
He kicked the floor, but we got a corner out of it for Ozil. Ozil's got the corner now. Come on, let's make it count. Ball comes across. Oh, just over Mustafi's head. Comes back out to Ozil. Cross comes back in.
Lovely cross by Ozil.
Green Doozy outside the box. Another corner. It's another corner. Is it?
I'll make a big statement. I don't know if anyone wants to answer that. If they want to answer, I don't know about you, Terry, but
yeah, we'll put it to everyone in the comments that are listening. Let's see what Johnny's going to say.
I actually believe the way Arsenal are playing at the moment, we are a better side than Manchester United and Tottenham. I actually think that. I think we are actually playing better football than Man United and Tottenham. It's just that we were so far behind. But the way we've played, and we've proved that. We've beat Man United. We should have beat Chelsea at home. I actually think we are a better side now than Tottenham. I'm not saying we're going to catch them, but I don't know if anyone agrees with that or not.
I definitely think we're better than Man United. Definitely. I think they're atrocious. And I think they've just been lucky with some results, to be honest. We haven't had the rub of the green. We haven't had the refereeing decisions. We haven't had we've had awful time with injuries again this season. Our whole back four at one stage was injured, weren't they? I think. You know what I mean? So but not only that, I just think they've got a rubbish squad of players, Man United. I truly believe that. And just because they've got this Fernando Geezer, whoever he is, what did he do yesterday? And don't give me all that rubbish. It's his first game and all that, because all them fans were putting all their hopes in him getting them 3 points yesterday, no matter what. So I definitely agree with you with the Man U. The Tottenham one, I think that's a 50-50 at the minute, to be honest.
That's only because I'll be on Chelsea either.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think Tottenham or Chelsea or any of them are miles above us. Do you know what I mean? I just think that once we get our squad fully fit and we can sort of rotate a couple of players every game if they're not putting their weight. Oh, Saka's injured here. Here we go. Do you know what I mean? Again, that's what I mean. It's like we take one step forward and then 2 steps backwards all the time, John. I don't know about yourself, how you think about that, mate.
No, we have done for the last few years, mate. Sadly, I think Arsenal. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't support Arsenal are going to listen to me and saying, "Oh, you're just saying that because you're an Arsenal fan." But we have had some terrible luck with injuries certainly over the last 6-7 years. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, we've had some right hard luck with injuries, Arsenal. It happens quite often.
Ian's put, not that one. Ian Johnson's put, if Man U are atrocious, why are they ahead of us? Well, it's simple, isn't it? Because they have got the results at the minute. Nothing else. You can't say that they've in them games that they've won, they've been outstanding and they should be above us.
Well, no, what he's missing, the point is, Terry, and I'm sure you'll agree, I know what he's saying, but you've got to realise we're talking about the start of the season when we were under Emery.
Yeah.
I'm talking I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
I'm saying Arsenal are a better team than Man United and Spurs now. They wasn't at the start of the season, but the way we are playing now, I'm saying we are a better team. Why don't you like Liga?
I'm not even going to answer that.
Does anyone like Liga? I don't know.
It's nothing personal. I just don't like. I'll just quickly say it. I just don't like what he puts out on Twitter. That's all it is. I think, someone that is a vile person that he's against Arteta like he was to start off with, then I just it's just clickbait basically. Just clickbait to get money and to get likes and votes. That's all it is for me. And that's not everyone's opinion of this channel. Johnny's got his own views, Sonny's got his own views and everything. That is just my personal view. Nothing personal against him, but I just don't like the way he goes about trying to get likes and things like that and puts it all on Twitter.
That probably is him under another account asking you that question.
Sea Dogs put FC United of Manchester are better than Manchester United.
Do you know what though? It's so funny. Not going into the depths of it. It's quite funny. Me and my mate Jack Stevenson, we were at the club level watching the Arsenal game, and I'm not a fan of Arsenal fan TV at all. And I'm pals with Claude.
Yeah.
He judges and all that. I'll have a beer with him, and Ken I love, and that we're having a beer. And it's really weird because I've met Troops 2 or 3 times, and although I can't stand what he says, I don't watch it, but I've seen clips. Although I can't stand what he says and how he acts, the guy's totally different off camera. He come up to me, I come up, and he was so polite, and so nice, and you know what I mean. So that's why I don't get involved in all. I've never met DT at all, but there are. I definitely won't say names, but there's 2 well-known Arsenal supporters that everyone knows, and those 2 are the biggest dickhead Arsenal supporters I've ever across in my entire life, and it ain't Troops and DT, and that's from the heart. I'll be honest with you. I don't like DT doing what he does when he shouts at Anthony Raves, and the same with Troops. But when you see him one-on-one, it's they're all right. They just seem nice people. So it's just a shame social media brings out the worst in people,
Yeah. The thing is with me, unfortunately, I would never be a good actor because I can't act, if you know what I mean. I am who I am, and that's it. When you see me on here and you see me outside or in the pub or whatever, I am who I am. I can't change because I won't be able to keep it up or do any of that. So, and to be honest, I wouldn't want to either.
No.
That is not me. That's not who I am. I am who I am, and if you don't like me, then that's fair enough. I know in this world, not everybody is going to like me, so I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it on purpose. If you don't like me, I understand. In this world, that everyone ain't going to like each other. Great shot, from Burnley, just over the bar. Don't know about
I think it's very like guys just said there. DT is embarrassing, and I know what he means when I say. I mean, I'm not here to slag. I mean, I've had my rows with DT and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, social media brings out the worst in people as a whole. It's like you can get. I mean, I know. I've had the same, but they all go under hidden accounts. I know people that could make these individuals cry, but it's not about that. In the end of the day, you just got to ignore them because there's so many keyboard warriors out there, and you just got to take it. Unfortunately, people can say whatever they want about you, but social media, you don't really get a reflect of what that individual is like because so many people row with one another on there, and I've learned that through experience over being on radio, being on TV. And at the end of the day, it's until you actually get to know someone and meet them, because sometimes it's a fantasy, social media, and it's an act. It's almost like what I mean. There are people out there, even celebrities do it. A lot of celebrities are false. What I mean? They make out they're all nice because they get their followers, and that's how they do it. I mean, I know a few celebrities here and there. I've met a few celebrities that I think, what an absolute arsehole you are, you know, and you're not. It's just, it's like Claude. Claude, you know, Claude. I drink with Claude all the time, and I like Claude. He's on side here. Oh no, and he's a really nice guy, but we never talk about Arsenal Fan TV. Do you know what I mean? We never mention it. I don't like it when he has his rants and that, but I like him a lot as a person, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. Look, as I say, personally, do you know what I mean? You know, AFTV is AFTV, and you know, Lee Gunner is Lee Gunner. Do you know what I mean? If you like him and you want to watch him, I've got no problem with that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the way it is. Me personally, I don't watch them any. Well, I never watched Lee Gunner in the first place, and I don't watch AFTV anymore. But each to their own. You know what I mean? They're all doing. We're all doing it in a certain way. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I think we're doing it better, but there you go. But the stats just come up here on the game a second ago there, Johnny. In the last 10 minutes, Burnley have had 35% in our half, and we've had no percent in their half. We seem to have stopped playing for some reason. Don't know what's gone on for the last 10 minutes.
Maybe because we were talking about Arsenal Fan TV, mate. It's made them a bit nervous. But no, maybe we're just having a little break in that. I mean, Burnley are obviously. It's nice to see. Obviously, Burnley are up for the game as well, which gives it a. I think we need a goal, though. I think we need the first goal.
Yeah.
I'll be a little bit worried if they score first. Put it that way.
Oh, that's great. Great again from Guendouzi. Come on, Guendouzi.
The only thing with Guendouzi is sometimes he holds that ball too long.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Come on, Aubameyang. Just run down the line with it. Unlucky. We seem to have stopped going forward straight away now, if you know what I mean. That's what seemed to have happened in the last sort of 10 minutes. Every time we're getting the ball, we're not sort of going straight for the throat.
I'm wondering if it's that what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, Terry, about when what they do is that they ain't got that fitness quite yet, and they're just easing, having a little breather.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause they went out of the guns blazing, and that. But here we go again.
Here we go on the left. Oh, Aubameyang, come on, you can do better than that, man.
Yeah, he's not having his best game, is he, at the moment?
I'll tell you what, though, I do think we missed Torreira sitting in that midfield, though. I really do.
No, you're 100%, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him at half time. Oh, that Chinese virus is really going for him, isn't it?
Who has been our best player so far, Johnny, would you say?
Probably. Oh,
Oh,
hold on.
Bellerin.
Oh, dearie me.
That was lucky.
I'd probably say David Luiz.
Yeah, I would go for me personally at the moment, Jan Saka at left back. I think he's done well getting up and down. Just at the precise minute. I mean, we're only 35 minutes into the game still, but I think we started off really well for the first 15 minutes, and then we seem to have slacked off a little bit.
I'll tell you, David Luiz has been so good under Arteta, hasn't he, at the moment?
Oh, he's been immense, to be honest, I've got to say. I'm putting the link now for any games in the chat if you want to go to him. Lumberkamp has put Al's Mustafi still getting picked.
We ain't really got much choice. I don't think. I'm probably going.
Oh, here we go. Ozil, there's 4 up. Go on. Oh, I knew that. Right, man. I knew it as soon as he passed that ball.
I think. I don't think. I know a lot of people are going to agree with me here. I honestly don't think Rob Holding's going to make it at Arsenal.
Yeah, well,
I don't think he's going to make it. I think he's had a few injuries and that, and he's been there a while. I don't think he's going to be a first team starter, and they're going to sign centre backs. And nothing wrong with Rob Holding, but I don't. He was Arsene Wenger's last signing, I believe.
Yeah.
And he has turned up for us and that. But that was beautiful by Özil. I don't think Rob Holding is going to have a long future at Arsenal, to be honest, and I don't think Callum Chambers will either, personally. But we'll see.
Yeah. Garrick Ball, is he in here? Oh, was he offside or not? Bumian again. He should have had really two. Let's have a look, see if he's offside. No, he was onside again. Great ball from Xhaka.
I thought he was going to do that first time there, Terry.
It would have been, I think he should have done, to be honest.
What about you with Rob Holding and Chambers? Do you think they're going to make it at Arsenal starters, or are you not sure?
Do you know what? I'd like to say that they would, but at the moment they just seem to be injury prone, don't they? Both of them, unfortunately. They seem to get 2, 3 games, 4 games in, look like they're going to do something at Arsenal, and then they pick up an injury, and then they're out for 3 or 4 games, come back, and then they get a big injury, both of them. So, yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can take of that, do you know what I mean? Before you have to sort of say, well, look, we need to get someone else in who's going to give us, you know what I mean, a whole season. A whole season, do you know what I mean? Which is, when was the last time that we had central defenders and fullbacks to give us a whole season? Because I can't remember, mate.
No, I agree. I can't. Oh dear, this could be trouble.
Oof. That was lucky. They're coming on strong here at the moment, Burnley, to be honest.
See, I emphasise to anyone that challenges Louise, just for this game, please watch Louise. Soon as it happened, watch Louise, what he does. He's shouting, he's screaming at them, he's telling them, and that's a captain for me. He's Aubameyang's not a captain. I like Aubameyang, I love Aubameyang, but I don't think he's a captain.
Yeah.
Louise is always shouting. He's always telling them what to do.
Unai Canary has put, why are our midfielders scared of shooting? We need goals from our midfielders like other teams. Do you know what? It's like I just said. I think, for me, Xhaka and Guendouzi are like the same sort of player and position. And they're both just sitting there in midfield without helping us and going forward. When you've got the likes of, obviously, Torreira on, he's the one that sits back. Another shot here from Burnley, deflection. Corner. By Sydney. Sorry, that was my daughter. Just let him out for a week, please. Yeah, I think when you got Torreira on, he's the one that sits back, and it lets our other midfielders around him go and push forward with our attackers. But if you watch at the moment, both of our midfielders are staying in the same position, and that's why I don't like them two playing together.
Similar sort of player, like, yeah.
And if you had someone on like Willock will always drive forward with the ball.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's
corner comes across, great clearance there from David Luiz. Melvin, the dad of the show. Hope you're good, Melvin. Let's put Mustafi's on his arse again.
Oh, hello, Melvin. You're right, mate.
Big Locks have put Chambers, I think, has got a chance. He looks really good before getting injured. But Rob's last few games, he just gives the ball away. Corner comes over from Burnley.
Danger.
Crossed. Still got it. Bellerin gets it. I think, yeah, it was Bellerin get out. Come on, everyone get out. Still danger here. Cross comes in. Oh, over the bar. We need to sort ourselves out here. I think we need to make a couple of substitutions at half time. Without a shadow of that.
Well, Torreira for one.
Yeah, Torreira definitely needs to come on, I would say, at the moment.
I think that would be the first substitution for me personally.
Yeah.
Bring on one. and then see what happens, and then bring on Pepe with about half hour to go.
Yeah. Oh, David Luiz is limping now.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, possibly. Possibly, if we still had Ramsey after these draws, would probably wins. I mean, it is a shame that he didn't stay now that we've got Arteta, because I think he would have been a fantastic player. I mean, he was a fantastic player anyway, but he would have been a brilliant player under Arteta, because Arteta would have let him have the free role.
Do you know what though? That's one player that's left Arsenal that I really wish him all the best.
Yeah.
I love Aaron Ramsey because he loved Arsenal and he was, and to be fair, again, Terry, some of our so-called Arsenal fan base, I've seen them rip the shit out of Aaron Ramsey as well.
Yeah.
I've seen them mock Aaron Ramsey many times, and he was a wonderful player. Aaron Ramsey was. He was a workhorse. Won us a couple of FA Cup. I loved Aaron Ramsey.
No, we can't get relegated.
If we get relegated, unknown driller, I will eat my bollocks personally on the show.
And mine too.
Pass the napkin.
No, we definitely won't. We will definitely won't get relegated. I mean, I'm to be honest, free kick comes in. Oh, for God's sakes. Is that a corner or a place kick is gift? To be honest, I think West Ham are in an absolute dire position now. They've just gone into the bottom three after drawing that game, that 6-pointer yesterday against Brighton. And their next 7 games, oh my God, if you're in the bottom 3, you do not want them 7 games.
Who's that?
They've basically got 7 of the top 10. They've got Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. Literally, they look like they're in dire straits, unfortunately.
I'll tell you who else are letting. I know it's a different league, but the Championship, fucking Leeds are trying to throw it away again, aren't they?
Yeah. And West Ham.
Yeah, Fulham are gaining up. I'd love to see Fulham go up again.
Do you know what? I didn't realise until the other day. Like I said, I mean, under Unai Emery, I just lost total interest in football. So, I weren't watching it, weren't really keeping up to date. But the last few weeks, I've been getting myself back into it again. And I couldn't believe how high Millwall was.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Yeah, they're just literally outside of the playoffs in the Championship. So, I mean, imagine that. West Ham going down and Millwall coming up.
Yeah, that would be. Can you imagine Millwall in the Premier League? Oh my good God! The amount of trouble that you're going to have as well. My goodness,
unbelievable, mate.
I think that's one home game to stay away from.
That would be. But I mean, being old school like you, Johnny. I mean, I remember Ozil. What for an eye out foot there? Bloody hell! You give him a yellow card.
You want to be careful there, ref, because I thought Ozil's eyes were going to pop out at him.
Brentford's a good shot, actually. Well done, Bellerin. Come on, Grindoozy, get there.
No foul. He done so well there. I'll tell you what.
Well done,
whoever that was, done brilliant there for Burnley.
Mikel, unfortunately, mate, I'm going to have to say that's an insult to Johnny.
Do you guys think... I'll be honest with you, Mikel. I've been told I look like Brad Pitt. I used to be a model. I used to be a walk-on model. So, but thanks, though, mate. Yeah, thanks, mate. I hope I ain't got his personality.
Definitely ain't got that, mate. Otherwise, you won't be on my show.
Yeah. I actually, Mikel, going back to that, tell me if you think I look more like Frank Ribery, because I keep getting told I look like my football friends used to say I look like. They used to call me Ribery. He's an ugly bastard as well.
Go on, Martinelli. he's just getting no help there at the minute. We've got a throw in still. Guendouzi. Oh, he's giving it away. Oh. We definitely need to make some substitution, I think, at half time. We started well, but the second half of the first half, for me, we're not been that great, to be honest.
No, it's not some.
The same put Brad's armpit, you mean? Laugh out loud.
I'll take that, Saint. If I'm just got a little bit of Brad in me, I'll be happy with that.
I hope he does ruthless. He's asked, do you think Arteta will make change at half time?
I think we could see Torreira.
Well, we will find out pretty soon because it's half time now. It's 0-0. If you're just joining us, it's 0-0. First 15, 20 minutes, I'd say, we was all over them, to be fair. They didn't really do much. We had a few chances. We looked lively. The urgency was there, like Johnny said earlier. But unfortunately, the last sort of 20 minutes, we've let them come on to us. So they've had a few chances themselves. It's been an open match. Not been the best of matches, but hopefully the second half he makes a couple of substitutions and we push on and get 3 points, hopefully. Your thoughts, Johnny?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is what we can take out of it is we're not losing.
Yeah.
I know we can keep being nasty to Emery all the time, and obviously we've got to stop doing that. But I think under Emery, we probably would be losing this game. But yeah, I say he looks more like Lee Chapman. I'm not having a good day. He's a woman beater, isn't he? Oh my God. I've been called Lee Gunner and now woman beater. This ain't fair. What have I done to deserve it? Can't someone say George Clooney or something nice?
I'm going to have to say, we might have to start calling this show Bash Johnny Buttons.
Yeah, I'll take Pamela Anderson at the moment. If you want to say I look like her, I'll take that. But no, I think fingers crossed. We're still in the game. Arteta knows I look.
He looks more like Frank Ribery than you, he said, Mikel.
So you're an ugly bastard as well, then. But yeah, no. Someone said piss poor first half. I wouldn't say piss poor, but I thought the first 20 minutes we looked all right. I will not take another draw again. I don't think it's going to be. Looks like Sean Ryder. Fucking hell's bells.
It's like you started at the top with Frank Ribery and now we're going downwards.
Yeah. Troy, you're twisting me melons, man. Okay, now. Lacazette is shit.
We didn't do much in that half, to be honest, but did we have did he have the service?
Jennifer Aniston had a little bit of Brad in her. That's brilliant tweet, Mike. I like that. That's good. That's good. Oh dear.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, I'll take that. He's a big star, isn't
he? Mr. Tumble.
How'd you do it? We've got Johnny next to me. That's how we used to do it, innit? Oh, Mr. Tumbles.
That's it, mate. I actually think you look a little bit like Zac Efron, mate.
Oh, bloody hell. Listen, Johnny, you can come on with me every weekend now, son, because I would take a bit of Baywatch, wouldn't you?
Yeah, mate. Could you imagine me and you running up the beach to save all them
women? Oh, yeah. I mean, just imagine, I can imagine the beach stopping, gulping their eyes at us, thinking they've got bigger tits than Pamela Anderson.
Exactly, mate. I'd say not that, just that. If people were saying I look like Frank Ribery or Lee Gunner and I'm trying to help a woman, she'd probably rather drown.
Sean's put rubbish game. Why Martinelli not playing in his position? So annoying. Arteta keeps doing the same mistakes and don't play Lacazette and Mustafi.
Well, it's early, though. I just can't have a go at Arteta. You can't have a go at him. He's playing. You can't judge Arteta till next season. He's got what he's got.
Can you guys talk about football?
I ain't got a clue what football is, mate. So no.
Bear Grylls, bloody hell. Oh, I'll take him and all. You know, put it this way, that's not the worst I've been called. So
What's he say? I didn't read that.
Guendouzi doesn't work in our midfield. What's wrong with Arteta? This is the reason why I was Emery out. I understand where he was coming from, and like I said just a minute ago to you, Johnny, and everyone, you know, for me, him and Xhaka are sort of like the same player. They both want to sit there. I don't think they're confident of one another for doing that defensive role. So instead of one of them, you know what I mean, making that decisive decision of making them attacking runs, I think they're both thinking about, if I make that run, then I'm leaving him behind. And the same with Xhaka, the same with Guendouzi. Whereas if you take one of them out and put Torreira there, Torreira will sit there and get the balls all the time. He's a different type of player to them two. So that's why I would always have Torreira as my first man in midfield over anybody. Don't know about yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, well, I agree. I think Torreira actually plays better with Xhaka in the team. That's clear now. As I say, poor old Emery, but we keep going back to I'm sure he's a nice guy, but Torreira was the man he dropped. Torreira was the only person that never said goodbye to Emery when Emery left the training ground. And Arteta's put Torreira back in with Xhaka, and that's clearly we've seen the best of Torreira again. So yeah, Xhaka and Matthew Guendouzi don't work as well. But again, I'll repeat myself, and what people have got to listen to is Torreira is not fully fit. That is why Guendouzi is on the pitch at the moment. He's took a knock. We know that from a couple of weeks ago. It's publicised that he's not fully fit. So, you have to use your squad players. What else can Arteta do? You could put Willock in, as you rightly said, Terry, maybe. But maybe Arteta feels he's not ready for that sort of game yet. I don't know. That's Arteta. Yeah. But I think certainly one thing I will agree with everyone is that when he's fit, Torreira and Xhaka are our best options.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, because Torreira likes to go forward, doesn't he? He loves.
Yeah. I'm not saying he sits back there all the time. I just think that whoever's playing alongside him are more confident that he will cover their role. If you know what I mean, if they venture forward.
Agreed.
Unknown Readers put Arteta is just Ollie with a better trim and a fancy Spanish accent. For me, I watched the game the other night. Obviously, the Man City. Yeah, Man United won 1-0. But if you look at the way that Man United played for that first half hour, 40 minutes, it just reminded me of how Emery used to play. They just sat back. It was boring. It was awful. Man City really should have had at least 7 or 8 goals in that first half, literally. So, all right, they got the result. They still lost in the end. But I remember fans saying to me that, that's what they want. They want to see our team defend like that and just go out and get the 1-0 win. Well, unfortunately, I don't. I don't want to see that. Arteta is never an Ollie, and time will come when he's got his proper team out, a fully fit squad, and I'm telling you now, once he does and he gets everyone playing for 90 minutes, we'll be a force to be reckoned with. I don't care what anyone says. Don't know about yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, I agree. And then going back to what you said as well about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think the only reason, and this is just my personal opinion, I think the reason why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still in a job is because he has the backing of Sir Alex Ferguson, Roy Keane, big names in the Manchester United. What they're trying to do is make an example to their fans, stick by their faithful. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a big fan favourite. And I think what they're doing, and that's why Keane said it to Carragher, they're sticking by him to give him time. I think if it was anyone else, I think he'd be gone by now. So personally, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has not done a great job at Man United at all. And I think what it is they're hoping that they can show the fans they can stick by their players, their favourite, keep hold of him and make him an example. But it's not happening for him. But I think I generally believe Sir Alex Ferguson is half the reason why he's still in a job.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot of say at Manchester United still. and obviously he speaks to the people upstairs. They clearly love him. He sits at the game. He talks to Ollie. But yeah, he's to turn around and say he's not. It's so Arsenal of me, but I think Arteta is a better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Definitely, of what I'm seeing so far, he's been with one of the best managers in the world for a while, including Arsene Wenger. He's learned from some great people. He was a reasonable footballer, very good footballer. He knows his stuff, and I just think I don't like to be so rude, but I just think that you don't know your football that well if you have not seen a slight improvement in what he's done at Arsenal since Emery. I find it most peculiar that anyone with any sort of brain or any football knowledge cannot see there hasn't been an improvement under Arteta.
Yeah, exactly.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's been there a lot longer. I've seen nothing.
No, I totally agree with you.
They got worse.
Yeah.
So that's just my. I don't. As I said, I don't know if. Yeah, well, you say you agree, and I think that's it, mate. I just don't. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I'm just amazed that people cannot say. I'm not saying Arteta's going to win trophies with Arsenal and Arteta's going to make top four. Might not happen, but there's definitely been an improvement. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we were absolutely terrible. The last few games under Arsene Wenger, and then Emery started off all right, but then after the Crystal Palace game at home, when we lost 3-1 or whatever it was, we got worse. We were absolutely terrible. And under Brighton, we were awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful this season. Arteta's come in. There's been, definitely been improvement.
Let me ask you a question, and everyone in the comments. Let me see what you say. Right. Just going on today's game, I know it ain't been that great. Like we've been saying, the first 20 minutes we looked really good, and repeated that for the last 20 minutes. But truly, in your heart, answer this question, yeah. And the question is, if Emery was our manager today, what would your thoughts on the game be, and would you thought we would have won? Everyone in the comments answer that and all. Johnny,
if Emery was manager today, I think we'd be seeing the same thing. I think Arsenal would probably be losing this game by about 2-0 by the end of the 90 minutes. And I think his tactical decisions would be... I just think they panicked under Emery. They didn't understand his method, his tactics. And I don't mean this in any form of racial way at all. I think the language was a problem as well, according to the players. The people that took the piss out of his language and all that are absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, because there was a lot of Arsenal fans at the start of the season that admired him when he done his first interview in English and he tried his hardest. What I didn't like is when we started losing games, they were mocking him over that, and that is bloody disgusting. But I think part of the language barrier was a problem. The whole setup of what he was trying to do, the tactics, the Mesut Ozil issue as well, the Granit Xhaka incident, it all just fell apart sadly for him. So today it's all guesswork evidence, but would we lose? Yes, I think today we would certainly lose this game if Emery was manager today.
well, just going by everyone in the comments and ourselves, there's not one person in the comments yet that I've seen that said, yes, we would be winning or even drawing if it was under Emery, because obviously we all know it would have been dribble. We all would have been in a bad temper to start off with. We all wouldn't have been up for the game, let's be honest. And it would have been, sorry, I've just got distracted by Saka, young Saka in the tunnel. He can't be playing if he's limping not at.
I think he's going to come off, mate.
Mm. So who we got on the bench for that then? We've got...
He might have to shuffle it. I'm wondering if... oh, dear. I don't know. I wonder if they might have to shuffle it about at the back. So I don't think we've got a natural... we ain't got a defender on the bench, have we?
Yeah, we've got Socrates.
Oh, he's on the bench, is he?
Yeah, he might put Mustafa in left or right back and put Socrates in the middle.
Let's have a look, see if he comes out for the second half. Let's have a little look.
We've got Socrates, Ceballos, Torreira, Pepe, Martinez, Willock, and Enteke on the bench.
Well, it ain't mentioned anything at the moment. Let's see who comes out. Anyone different? Let's have a little look. Torreira's on. That must be the switch.
Do you reckon he's going for? He ain't going for it at the back, is he? Surely.
Unless he moves someone. This is going to be interesting. Well, Guendouzi is on. Xhaka's on.
Where is he now?
Is Mesut Ozil there?
I didn't see him. Just to let everyone know, we've got 105 people watching live, and we've got 37. Well, we've got 35 likes and 2 dislikes. So everyone that's watching, if you haven't pressed the like or the dislike button, could you please just do us a favour and just do it? It takes 2 seconds, please. And just another favour, when we retweet that we're going live and that, if you could do me a favour on Twitter and just retweet it, that'd be fantastic. Just to drive up the people to watch the channel when we're on live. I'd much appreciate it.
What's the dislikes? Is that just like for people who are not enjoying it?
Yeah, basically. But it's still, it shows that there's people watching and, we'll press the like button or dislike. We don't care if it's disliked. If you dislike it because of something, then that's fine. But
yeah, I just thought it might be my hair or something, mate. Sorry.
Right. Well, Lacazette's on still. Aubameyang's still on. Ozil.
Is Ozil on?
Well, Xhaka looks like he's gone back to left back.
He played well there the other day, didn't he? Yeah. So what? So Xhaka's gone. Xhaka's gone in for Xhaka, and Torreira's gone in for.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yes, that's it. So young Saka's come off of left back. He's injured. Let's hope it ain't a bloody bad injury. And Xhaka has moved from midfield into left back. And Torreira's come on a sub. And obviously the second half has just kicked off. We're just basically a minute into the second half.
What's his name? Looked all right when he came on the other day, didn't he? Ceballos.
Yeah, he done well. We've got a super chat here from Zane. Thank you very much for your contribution, Zane. Is the legend Sonny coming on? Unfortunately, at the moment, he's going through a little bit of a bad patch again. So at the moment, he might be taking a week or 2 off just to get his head sorted out and make sure that everything's all right at home. So sending our best wishes to Sonny. Hope he's gets it sorted quick and comes back quick. But sorry, Zane, unfortunately, you're stuck with my ugly face and whoever can join me in our hour of need. And lucky enough,
Frank Ribery.
Yeah, lucky enough, we've got Frank Ribery with us. He needs to apologise to the Chinese and go out. Yeah, we're banned at the moment. We have been average in this game at the moment. So, Mikel, I look like Ribery and Aubameyang combined.
Wow. Mikel, I look like it's a free mixture really. It's Brad Pitt, Frank Ribery, and the Elephant Man.
Like I said, Sonny's got a couple of personal problems at the moment, which he just needs to get sorted out, and then he'll be come on. So we played out from the back there, and you know what I mean. We've got ourselves in trouble.
Guendouzi there and all. It's Guendouzi's mistake, I think. That'll piss Arteta off. That will.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Melvin's put you're perfect English, Frank.
Who's that to? Me?
Yeah, you're speaking perfect English.
That's very kind, mate. It only took me a little while to learn the English, me old mucker, but thank you very much. Must be it's that only fools and horses moments, I think, mate.
Thank
I
you.
like old
Thank
Vin. He's all right,
you.
isn't he?
To be honest, Johnny, mate, you look a lot better lately. You normally look like you are concentrating on squeezing out a poo. Laugh out loud. Lots of love.
That's very kind of you, mate. That's ever so kind of you. I'll be honest with you, the face normally like that is because the brute that I wear, it's very strong. Like, it makes me go, oh, or a bit of Old Spice.
Come on, we need to liven up a bit here now. We do. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. We need to liven up. We do, Johnny, don't we, mate?
We do. I see it happening. Do you know what? I wonder if it's one of them games where Lacazette finally gets his goal.
Thank you, Ian. Come on, we need to push up. Yeah, I think we need to get Pepe on here and.
Who you taking off, Lacazette or Martinelli?
Do you know what? Just at this pure moment in time. Oh, come on, get it out. I'm just looking at Ozil's body language in his second half, and it don't look like he wants to run at the minute. He looks frustrated. I am going to be honest.
Yeah, he does. He does get frustrated on Ozil, doesn't he? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, we've still got another at least 45 minutes ready with injury time. You know what I mean? So
I've got Claude on the phone here. Can I answer this quickly or not?
yeah, go on, mate.
Claude, I'm just live on a podcast, mate. Can I ring you back? Claude? Oh. He just rang me. Oh.
Was he your agent, Frank?
He must be ringing me live. He must be at the game.
Oh, he's there, is he? Yeah. Oh, that's a great tackle from Bellerin. Sorry. Go on. Come on now. Come on. Right. Come on, Guendouzi. Let's get it up there. Come on, run with it.
He's gone.
Guendouzi, come on.
Should have gone wide there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This
is where our goal can come from.
Cross comes in.
Oh, shit. Great tackle.
Oh, well done. Oh, what? How's he give a free kick there?
I thought that was a really good tackle.
JK's put, please, can you all stop slagging off Ursel? Terry will get upset. No, I just said, JK. I think we should take him off at the moment. He looks like he's getting frustrated. And
No, I like Urs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with Terry today. He's not, but I love Urs. I think he's a great player. But I do agree with Terry at the moment. He doesn't seem in the game at the moment.
Burnley are on attack.
Oh dear.
Oh, Bellerin, well done, mate.
Thing is, with Ozil, he could just create something in the last 30 seconds of a game, couldn't he?
Oh, another chance Burnley had there. Cleared the ball now, though. We definitely need to sort this out.
I'll tell you what. I don't know, what do you reckon, Terry, about putting Ceballos on?
Yeah, I mean, I'd bring him on, but it just depends because me at the moment personally, I think we need someone on that's gonna just get the ball and run forward. So I think I would rather put Willock on.
Oh right, I'm with you. Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean. I think we're go on, Ozil. Come on, Ozil, Martinelli. Oh,
He should have passed there.
man.
Yeah, he should have passed there.
Yeah.
He's just had a go at him as well, Lacazette.
But yeah, like you just said, for me, I just want a players on there that's just going to drive forward. I mean, Pepe would do the same thing, and I think Willock would do the same thing.
Do you like Willett, mate? Do you?
I do like Willock. I mean, I don't think we should be playing him every game like we have done. But the thing that don't help is when Emery, you know, what I mean, he was having great games, and then Emery would drop him in the next game. I just didn't understand that. So that would, in my eyes, shatter your confidence, whoever you are. How can you have a great game and be more or less the player, you know what I mean, man of the match, and then get dropped for the next game just because someone else has got a name, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kicking the bollocks a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what he done all too often in my eyes, Emery. So if you give him a few games and he plays well, then I don't. Oh, here come Burnley.
That's a foul.
Oh, come on! You knew you was going to get put there.
Oh no, not another yellow card for Xhaka. It is. He's got to be missing the game soon.
See that, Johnny? As soon as he got the ball, look, watch. He's going to go and take over. Look, take over. He knew what he was going to do. He didn't even move.
See, now that puts us in shit for for the rest of the game now.
Yeah. Oh, and now they've got a free kick just outside the area on the right hand side of the pitch.
It's getting to that stage now where I'm getting a little bit worried.
Oh, ball's coming! Oh, God's sakes! Was they offside there or not?
I thought it was offside, but then again, that's only a quick.
But again, they just stood there more or less, waving their arms and not running with the ball. Look.
Yeah, that's offside.
Yeah.
Just.
We're playing the wrong game at the minute though. We're letting them come on too strong. Sam Greenwood's put Xhaka with his customary being too late and getting a yellow. The guy is a constant liability. Unfortunately,
he speaks highly of you as well, Sam. Lots of love.
I do agree with him to a certain extent, though. He does that too often in my eyes.
Yeah, he is one of them frustrating players, and
But
again, he has got better under Arteta again. But I understand what you're saying. Totally.
Hello, Les. Hope you're good, mate. And hello to your grandson, Toby. I hope you're enjoying the game, Toby. Unfortunately, it might be a little bit boring today, but it's great being an Arsenal fan. I'm telling you that now, mate.
Hello, Toby. Hope you're well.
The goal's coming soon, Tom's put. I hope it's to us, Tom, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Stephen Smith's put, I've got money on Arsenal, ain't looking good. Do you know what, Stephen? Like I've said, since Emery's took over, after about 6 or 7 games, Torreira's give the free kick away now, and he's got a yellow card now. Oh, God. It's definitely going that way, isn't it? But, yeah, I haven't really betted on football at all. I used to do it all the time. But he took the pleasure out of the game for me, Emery, unfortunately, and I haven't really, but I think I've had 1 or 2 silly bets in like about 18 months, I think now. So I definitely wouldn't have put money on it under Emery. And at the moment, I still, even though I love Arteta, but I still don't think we've got the squad or the team at the moment to put money on to be guaranteed that money. Free kicks come in. Oh. I mean, they're having chance after chance at the minute, Johnny. What do you think, mate?
Yeah, they are. I think it's their moment, but I think Arsenal's still got something in the locker. I still say I think we're going to win the game, but we'll see. I could get murdered for this, but I think Arsenal, there's still something in the locker for Arsenal here. I mean, we've had a little quiet period, and we will get a chance. It'll come. It's just a matter of
Come on, Aubameyang. Go on. Martinelli. Go on. Ozil. Oh.
Yeah, it's not one of his best games today, is it,
No.
to be fair?
Lalu saying Lacazette is not playing for the badge. Ref is a joke.
Sadly, hate to say it, mate, but unfortunately, most players don't play for the badge anymore. They play for the wallet.
Yeah,
So I hate to say we haven't got Tony Adams anymore and people that want to play for the badge. So I think that's gone out the window, sadly.
definitely, mate. Guna Cliffs put Ozil and Lacazette got to be subbed. Shocking. I'd go with that, to be honest. Get Ozil and Lacazette off. Put Pepe. You could have an argument for either Willock to come on or Entekié to try and nick us a goal and just stick him in the middle like I said he can do.
Goal. Or he should have scored there. How he missed that. That's a bad miss.
Unbelievable, that. They're just coming on strong. And he's got to make a change now. He has definitely got to make a change.
I don't know why, Terry. I really don't know why, and maybe I'm totally wrong on this, but I put Ceballos on for some reason because
Yeah.
he looked like he can create something. I might maybe put Ceballos on for Ozil, and then get Pepe on.
Either way, mate, I think definitely we've got to take Ozil off, like you said, and Ceballos or Willock, or depending how he wants to go with the game. Do you know what I mean? If we ain't creating nothing in the middle, so it probably ain't worth bringing Eddie Entekié on anyway. Like I said, if you're going to play him, then you need to be getting crosses into the box all the time to give him a chance to score.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Ceballos, he looks fresh and he wants to play football, and he's trying to get in the Spanish team. And he came on the other day, and I like what I saw. He was creating, he was comfortable on the ball again, and I think the last time he had a really good game was against Burnley, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we've got space here. Come on. Come on now. Let's go.
Come on, Aubameyang. Let's see what you got, mate.
Come on. Ozil. Corner. Come on. How can you not say that's a corner, you idiot? What are you doing there, Captain? How can you... Let me see this again. Am I totally blind, or is that a stonewall corner?
Let's have a look here. Get a bit of angle here now, mate. Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, it weren't. I've got to give him it. But it's a corner anyway, so up yours.
Yeah, I'll take it. You watch that. If we score a goal from this, we'll cop it, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. A corner coming in now from Ozil. Come on, this is the time to score now when we haven't had the ball or anything. He's played a short one to Xhaka. Oh, what a poor corner.
That was shit.
Why would you do that? That was poor. Studio Tech, come on, at least give him a season. Top striker has put, why is Arteta watching these players? Sub Ozil and Lacazette. Yeah, I do agree with you. He's got to start making a change.
Thing is, in football, when you're a football manager, you've got to realise you've played 61, 62 minutes. They're professional footballers that on their day are good, and you don't want to drop their confidence, so they don't normally take them off so early in the second half.
Well
And
done. Sorry,
there's still a lot of time to be played. So I do agree with the substitutions, but 62 minutes is still it's normally between the 65 and 70 minutes that they'll bring them on, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Willock's coming on. Good shout, Terry.
Willock's coming on, but who's taking off Ozil?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozil. I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Ozil, he started off well in the first 20 minutes, but he's just gone from there, to be honest. He's gone backwards from there. But I think Willock will get the ball now and drive us forward.
He's shaking his head.
He can shake his head all he likes, Ozil. At the end of the day, he weren't creating anything in that last sort of 40 minutes he's been on. The first 20 minutes, yeah, we looked really good. But after that, I've got to agree that for the last 40 minutes, he's done nothing. Is he offside? Oh.
Well, I think there's a goal in this game, but I think it's 1-0 either way. But I still fancy Arsenal.
I hope so, mate. I really do now. I really do.
That's a great ball.
Oh, get hold of it. Oh. Yeah, I should have put players are letting Arteta down. Ruthless put, at least he jogged off. Stephen Smith's put, thank God for that surprise. Ozil started. Five point put, yeah, no creativity and ideas.
It's so sad, isn't it? And with Mesut Ozil, because you know whether we like him, and we know he hasn't played well today, and we know he's let us down a few times. But it's so sad that it gets to the stage where a lot of people do mock. So, because really, he goes down. He is a legend of a player, isn't he? What he's achieved in the game.
Yeah.
What he done at Real Madrid in Germany before he come to Arsenal. I find it quite sad. I mean, I'm not sad for what he's taking home a week, obviously, but you know, it's funny how a player goes like it's like Alexis Sanchez. He's got even worse.
Yeah. We definitely need to get Pepe on and all, like everyone's saying. I definitely agree with everyone at the moment. I would take Lacazette off and put Pepe on.
I think you might have called both of them right, Terry, to be honest. Unless he takes Martinelli off and puts Pepe on.
He can't do. Lacazette has done nothing, I'm afraid, really, to warrant coming back and staying on the pitch.
No, I do agree with you.
Looking at it at the moment, realistically, who are you more confident with scoring, Martinelli or Lacazette?
Well, yeah. Oh, that was unlucky. Oh. That was nearly a great ball by Luiz.
Come on now. Xhaka on the left. Aubameyang. Back to Xhaka. Going backwards again now. David Luiz. Torreira, David Luiz.
Oh, bad ball there. Bad ball, Luiz.
Five, yeah, Pepe needs to be on and run at the defence to take them on. Yep, definitely. Pepe will keep them at bay. Not only that, if Pepe come on, obviously the ball will be down the other end of the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously he will run at them and all. Well done, Willock, Guendouzi.
Right, see what happens here.
Come on.
He's due a goal, and isn't he, Xhaka?
Yeah.
Well done, Louis. Oh, well done, Willock.
Come on. Torreira with a shot. Oh, at least he's had a shot. Do you know what I mean? At least he's gone for it. I ain't got no problem with that.
No. And it was on target.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Daffy, what are you doing? Why has he gone down like that? You was the one who headed the ball.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I know I know it sounds like I'm in love with him, but Luiz again, brilliant tackle.
Well, look, you should have played Aubameyang there. Oh, bloody hell! We should have played Aubameyang on the left there, though. But he's had a shot now. That's it. This is what we need to do. Take the game to them.
Exactly. Fresh legs, mate.
Come on, Arteta now. Bring Pepe on. I reckon he'll bring him on with 70 minutes gone. Another 3-4 minutes. Give him 20 minutes.
Someone just said it goes, I don't know if you agree. Someone just said it's a boring game. Would you say it was a boring game? I wouldn't say boring.
Boring game. I say it's a frustrating game more than anything. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously we did have that first 20 minutes when we should have been really. I mean, Aubameyang should have scored that goal. Do you know what I mean? When he was through.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, we should be 1-0 up at least. I mean, they've had loads of chances and all, but not really on goal. They've all been off target, really. But
Oh, that's brilliant.
Come on now play him. Willock, come on, for goodness sakes.
Some players just want to hold on to it too long, don't they? Come on,
sometimes you just got to do the easy thing. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, boys. Seems like Burnley are holding on for the draw now.
Yeah, they're just putting a wall in front of us, aren't they?
They are now. It seems that way. They're going to try and get us on the break now, aren't they?
That's all they're doing, isn't they? That's literally all they're doing.
Great tackle there.
Well done, Martinelli. Come on now.
Now, this is where the Arsenal
show... Aubameyang there, look, he could have played Aubameyang in, and this is what happens all the time. He could have played that ball over.
That urgency again, isn't it? They're missing that urgency. It's like, go, go, go.
Maximus has put the number one goal scorer is playing out wide to accommodate a player that has not scored in 2 years away from home. Yeah, that's a good argument, to be fair, Maximus. Pommy Guna has put, it's the worst I've seen us play since Arteta's been the gaffer. Ruthless has put, Burnley is a tough team, guys. Carlo has put, Laka should have scored too, mate. He definitely should have done. Five has put, it's too slow when we get to the business end. Need to be ruthless and find a killer pass and finish.
Right. If we don't see Pepe in the next 5 minutes, I'll be surprised.
Well, it's same here, mate. Absolutely same here. He's got to bring Laka off, surely. I mean, he's not. Come on, this should be Leonard. Oh. At least he's dealt with it, I suppose. MJMC's put Lacazette is dragging the team down.
I wouldn't say he's dragging the team down. I'd just say he's not playing well, that's all.
No, exactly.
He's not dragging.
It's great play. Come on. Come on now.
Actually, I would fucking love it now if Lacazette banged one in. I really would.
What's it in, Jack? Oh, go on. Lacazette. Oh, corner. I thought he was going to do it for you there, Johnny. I thought he was going to do it for you.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Terry. He should come off, and he's had a poor game. But I'm one of them, you know me. I'm a soft touch. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for him because he just can't get a goal, and he does work. He runs about a lot.
How can we beat a team with the Pope in goal?
That's a good one.
Yeah, well done, Sam.
He's got a good sense of humour, that one, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's all right, Sam. He comes on a few times. Right, we've got a cross corner. Torreira comes over. Come on, who's that? Willock's got it just outside the box.
Good cross.
Back in. Oh.
Corner.
Another corner. Come on, Arsenal now. Come on.
What do you think of Mustafi's performance today? Truthfully.
I mean, he hasn't done bad, just to be honest. I mean, he hasn't really made a big mistake in that, but it's just average, really. I say he's not done anything good. He's not done anything bad.
Yeah, he's not. Well, that's. Hello, what's going on there? Someone down.
Oh, Shaka again. Who is that, Dan? He looks like he's not. Is he knocked out here now? David Luiz, isn't it?
Is it David Luiz? Oh no, he's all right. He's moving. That looks like Claude the last time we went for a beer.
Carlos put, I'll take Giroud over Lacazette. Oh, I don't know about that. You, John?
Not after the Tottenham. You can go fuck himself. No.
Well, exactly. Ruthless put, Mustafi has been good doing his job.
Fair comment.
MJ's put it was Luiz Dan, yeah. We discovered that.
Oh, fucking hell. That's what done it. See that?
I missed that.
Watch this. He went down and then watch what happens. One in the head there. And then watch what happens after. They show it again. Someone falls on top of his head.
Oh, he's up. He's up. He probably was wondering if his hair was all right. That's what it was. He come on with a bit of conditioner.
Yeah. Soul glow out of Coming to America, isn't it?
Come on. Where is Pepe Arteta? Come on.
I'll be amazed if he don't come on in a minute. Absolutely amazed. Unless Arteta just don't fancy him.
I just don't understand it, to be honest. He's down there near the corner flag. Look.
I think he will come on, Terry. I'll be amazed if he don't.
He's got to. He's got to. What? Bloody hell. We've got a report that Darkness Schooners put there's been a terror attack in Streatham, boys.
Oh, no.
Sky News, several people stabbed and man shot by police in South London. Bloody hell. Ridiculous. All our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to anybody that's involved in that.
Oh, for God's sake. What's fucking wrong with people today, mate?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Makes my piss boil. It really does.
Oh.
Just let people be and live, you know what I mean? Just leave them alone, do you know what I mean? What's wrong with you?
Just you know what I mean? There's just no need for it whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? I know that people are right into it and each into their own. Don't mean anything by this whatsoever, but for me, religion is just a load of rubbish. You know what I mean? Just get rid of it all.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You know, big statement.
Here we go. Sorry, Johnny. Lacazette. Crosses it in. Put me in. Oh!
Should have scored there.
I thought that was in there.
Yeah, religion causes more wars than anything else, mate.
It does. It does. It's the root of all evil in my eyes, to be honest. That's what all wars come down to, mostly.
Well, they say money is, but I think it's religion.
Yeah.
Or a mixture of both.
Just it's not only that, you know what I mean? You've got kids nowadays and things like that, do you know what I mean? And you just, it's like, I don't know, it's just...
Bears thinking about, really, doesn't it?
You know, I know we didn't have social media and the news weren't like it was years ago when we was younger, do you know what I mean? But you didn't hear about any of this, do you know what I mean? None of it at all. The only little bit of, really, that I remember, because obviously was the IRA. I mean, I was literally in a pub 2 minutes away from when it went off on the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was the only thing that was about, really.
It's certainly got worse since the right or wrong. When Tony Blair went in with the Iraq War.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed to develop from there. And then I think after the Iraq War, and then you had the Osama bin Laden, but then you had ISIS all of a sudden came along.
Yeah.
And it's just getting worse now. And it's but I mean, how can you? This is God's honest truth, actually, and people that are watching the show, we're off the topic, but hand on heart, this is true. I used to train in a gym in Aylesbury a long time ago. A geezer called Tony Mambala used to train in his gym, and there was a guy that was in there, nice as pie, really, really nice guy, and his name was Jamel. Black guy he was, really got on really well with him. Everyone got on well with him, and then we hadn't seen him for a long while, and I was in the golf course watching the news, and there was a picture of him, and he was only one of them that jumped on the King's Cross bus, wasn't he, with a backpack.
Oh God, bloody hell!
So basically, it's like a cult. They.
Oh, the ball's scared. Oh, is that in? Is that 1-0? No, it's not. It didn't go in. Thank God. It's hit the crossbar and come back. It didn't cross the line. Oh my God, we was lucky there.
Are they having VAR? They're not. It's not a VAR thing, is it?
No, because it's on the watch.
Oh, it's on the line, isn't it? Didn't cross. Oh my God, it didn't cross.
No.
Right on the. How the hell did that not go in?
Thank God for that. It's not a goal. It's come back across. Oh,
We're riding our luck a bit, aren't we? Riding our luck.
yeah, we're on thin ice at the moment, to be honest. We're on absolute thin ice. And still, what, 78 minutes gone, and he still hasn't brought Pepe on, like we said. No free kick. Come on now. Come on, drive forward. Lacazette, come on. Xhaka's on. Come on, play him. For goodness sakes. It's too slow.
It's very slow, isn't it?
We'll let them all get back now, Burnley. You know what I mean? We could have. That's absolutely piss poor. Michael Thomas put Boring FC, Arsenal, Lottery FC, draw, Postman, Pat, manager. Listen, it's like the way I look at it with some Arsenal fans. It's like, you know what I mean? They get all excited for the game, obviously, like we all do. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I got excited about the game's day, but because obviously we're not winning, then they throw their toys out the pram, and then it's all Arteta's fault. Do you know what I mean?
I just don't reply to them, mate, because I've got no time for fans like that, to be honest.
Big Locks put, I live near Canary Wharf, and when the bomb went off there years ago, my house shook and felt like windows was going to smash in. Yeah, I know, mate. I was in a pub, and it felt like 100 geezers were outside trying to get in through the windows. The windows were bowing. How they know if they didn't go in? It was unbelievable.
That was brilliant by Mustafi. I've got to say that. Good bit of defending by Mustafi there, mate.
Listen, like I said at the beginning, for all these people that, you know what I mean, getting on Arteta's back, I did say that I didn't agree with the team lineup. I think we should have played Torreira from the start. Pepe should have been on from the start, and Socrates should have been on from the start. For me, anyway, personally. Why have we just stood there? That was lucky. We just
I saw that. I agree. Yeah, I saw Bellerina for
stood there. And so I do agree that Arteta should have picked a better team lineup in my eyes. But we haven't lost. We have not lost this game. We have not lost this game. So, you know what I mean? We are still going in the right direction. 7 games in, and, you know, is that a free kick?
Yeah, it does frustrate me when people blame the manager, and then they know that the players that he's got under him, they know the players are not good enough, and he's trying to turn around. Anyone that blames the manager is fucking ridiculous, because obviously he's improved what's there. He's improved what there is.
Yeah.
You know, it don't happen overnight. You know, Rome weren't built in a day. You know,
Exactly.
Arteta's just got there, for fuck's sake.
I mean, let's be honest. There were still fans out there that wanted to give Emery to the end of the season to see how we got on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now, put that into perspective.
Exactly.
We could have still had Emery as our manager. So there was fans out there that wanted to give him to the end of the season. Now, don't be silly. Come on. You know what I mean? Put it in perspective, guys. Maximus, I've already shouted this one out for you, mate, but I'll do it again. The number 1 goal scorer is playing out wide to accommodate a player that has not scored in 2 years away from home. I mean, I did say that we should have took Lacazette off ages ago, and we could have put Martinelli up front and put Aubameyang on the left.
But he's done that for every manager that Arsenal have played. Arsene Wenger and Emery both done that with Aubameyang as well.
Yeah.
They've done that. So I'm not to you, Terry, to the guy that's saying it. So, you know, there must be a reason behind it, mate. I don't know, but I'm not the manager. But it's not just Arteta that's doing it. They've all done it.
Here, Aubameyang, crosses it in. Torreira, Laka. Oh,
I feel sorry for him, you know. He just can't get a goal, can he?
It just ain't falling for him at all, is it? Not so ever.
To be fair, that was a great tackle.
Studio Tech, come on, you guys, already changing your mind. I thought we would be back to top 6 by now. Who said by now, Studio Tech? And I haven't changed my mind.
Same as me. I never said anything about.
I'm not changing my mind whatsoever.
I don't think we make top 4, but I don't see why we can't make top 6.
That was unlucky. I mean, let's be honest. You're talking about top 6, right? If we did manage to nick a goal today, we'd be in 8th place. No, well, yeah, join 8th place. Only 2 points off of 6th place, and that would be 2 points off of it. So why is that not achievable? I don't understand that. We're only 6 points off of 6th place now. Well, 5 points with today's point, if that's what happens. So,
Arteta's season, Arteta's Premier League is not starting now. That's what people have got to realise. This is the practicing time. He's experimenting with the Europa is what we need to get back in the Champions League, right? Yeah. Let's be realistic here. This is where he's learning his players and learning what he needs to buy. These games left. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion, these Premier League games are the games where we need the improvements. The mistakes will happen, but he's going to go out serious for the Europa. He's going to go out serious for the FA Cup, I think, as well. If we beat Portsmouth, he's going to go for it.
297 Gooners put, I would rather a manager with experience and a little backing from the board than an experience like Arteta and no backing. It doesn't matter if you've got an experienced manager or not. The backing that he's going to get is the same backing that Arteta's going to get. Just because we're going to get, even if you had Allegri or Ancelotti or any of them, doesn't mean, just like Mourinho at Tottenham, you're going to go and get a load of money from your chairman. That is never, ever going to happen.
Arsene Wenger was an experienced fucking manager, and he never got from the bottom. And Emery, whether you like him or not, he was an experienced manager, but he never got the backing. But at the end of the day, he weren't good enough. But Arsene Wenger, you ain't going to get much better than that for Arsenal in the early years. As soon as the Kroenke years come in, bingo.
Yeah. And like we said earlier on, and everyone in the comments, everyone said that if Emery was still our manager, we'd be losing today. So that is progress just there on its own. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just over Aubameyang's head, we've got a corner.
Why do you think Jose Mourinho, if it is true, he was Jose Mourinho, whether you like him or not, or think he's useless now, he wouldn't have come to Arsenal anyway because they wouldn't give him the money.
Well, Tottenham ain't going to give him the money. I didn't want Mourinho anyway, Johnny, and all these fans that wanted him. What has he done at Tottenham?
Nothing.
Tottenham have got a much better squad than us at the moment. They haven't really got any injuries apart from Harry Kane. Corner come in. Oh, Mustafi.
At least he's had an haircut.
Well, yeah, he looks half decent, doesn't he?
Oh my God, he's not putting Pepe on.
Eddie Nketiah is coming on for the last sort of 5-6 minutes. But if he's going to do that, then he's got to tell the players he's got to tell Eddie to stay in that box and just tell the players to get up there and get the ball into him. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, he would score. Christopher's put, we're an average team, guys. Why are we expecting 3 points away from Burnley? Until we get some proper investment in the side and ship out the Deadwood, it would be more of the same, I'm afraid.
Well, the thing is, I agree with him to an extent, but when people keep going on about investment, you're not going to get it under the Kroenkes. So you might as well forget that argument because people keep saying investment. It's not going to happen, sadly. You just need a manager that's can do their best with what they're given. And that's the way it is at Arsenal nowadays. And I don't know why it's not registering in people's heads. It's proven now. Arsene Wenger was there and they blamed him for not spending. Emery was there. They got spent. They buy a few players to keep the fans happy. They'll get an expensive signing, but then that's it.
Oh, great. Unlucky.
Arsene Wenger bought Ozil. And that was it. And Sanchez to keep the fans happy. But the rest of the squad, they hardly build on and they got players like Shamak and Nicholas Bentner. It's all right having one or two, but Arsenal can't buy these 5, 6, 7, 8 players, and they won't.
Yeah.
Not under Kroenke, they won't do it.
297 Gunners. Point is, I'm trying to make is a results-driven business. We slated Emery for his tactics, but why hasn't Arteta brought on Pepe?
Well, because it's at the end of the day, it's one mistake that he's done. Well, say mistake. It's just one of them decisions. He's not going to get them all right.
Yeah.
Emery made a lot of decisions that was wrong.
Emery made his decisions wrong even before we started kicking the ball on every match day. In my eyes.
Yeah, and another thing is he ain't lost.
This negativity, honestly, is not good for our club and with our supporters. You know, we haven't lost a game. Listen, I know we all want to win. We all want to win every game, and you know what I mean. We should really go out and beat Burnley. I understand what you know the way what we should be thinking, but it's 8 games in. I just can't understand it. 8 games in. Like I just said, we're 8 games in under Arteta. I think we've how many games have we lost under Arteta? 1, drawn
and we should have won that. That was Chelsea.
Yeah, we've lost that and drawn the rest and won a couple. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get it. In 8 games.
The thing is, mate, you know, like the kid said earlier on, you know, he speaks sense with some of the stuff he says, but it's like the modern day Arsenal fans have changed. They came along when the 49ers were there and Arsenal were winning everything. And it's like a kid in a candy shop. You want more and you want more. And what's happened is they've seen teams like Man City and Chelsea spend a lot of money, and they want that, and they don't understand why it doesn't work that way. Unless you've got an owner that don't mind putting his own money into it and using it as an hobby, which Kroenke doesn't do. You know, he spends his investment in Arsenal.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the things is, it's not easy. You name me how many times only Arsene Wenger and Ranieri I can think of that ain't spent a lot of money and bought you know, and won a title. Maybe Klopp now, but if you look at what Klopp spent over the last 4 or 5 years, it's a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
sorry, mate. Go on.
No, it's all right, mate.
Lucas Torreira's put Terry. We've been crap. Come on now, Pepe should be on. Yes, Lucas Torreira. I've said that. Pepe should have been on. He should have been on. He should have come on, but he hasn't. But I'm not, just because he hasn't come on, I'm not going to slate Arteta and say he's a bad manager. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be our manager. We need an experienced manager on. Even if Pepe was on, who's to say we would win? You know, these comments just doesn't make sense sometimes.
You've actually just nailed it, Terry, to be honest. That is just a perfect response, what you just said. You goes, even if Pepe is on, it's just pure guesswork evidence whether we would have won because of Pepe.
Exactly.
So you can't say that. It's just ridiculous. Kid stuff.
Yeah. And not only that, I mean, in the last sort of 4 or 5 games, you still got fans that have been slagging off Pepe, saying that he ain't been performing, he ain't done this, he ain't worth 70 million. Do you know what I mean? You just can't win. You just can't win.
You can't win with Arsenal fans. We're not just Arsenal fans, fans in general.
Sonny's put load of products or excuses.
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? It's clear the team are not good enough, and he's having to work with a team that is struggling. So it ain't fucking easy, is it? It's common sense, and any football fan should know that.
Well, you tell me, Martinelli. Oh, lucky. You tell me what managers coming into these new teams are doing fantastic. Ancelotti at Everton. Yeah, they come back and they won 3-2 yesterday. What else has he done? They've been poor, Everton. Mourinho to Tottenham. What's he done?
I'll tell you what. Let me ask you this. He'd never go there because of the money. You put Pepe, put Pep Guardiola, put him in this team right now with the team we've got. What's he going to do? Is he going to change it as much?
No,
Of course he fucking ain't.
exactly.
Of course he ain't.
Well,
Arteta's got a really, really difficult job here.
that's full time anyway. That's another draw. Obviously, I'm gutted. You know what I mean? I do want 3 points every game, but we haven't lost the game. Like I keep saying, we haven't lost.
I think-
You know what I mean? I just don't understand. Some people, you know what I mean? We could still have Emery. Let's just think about this. We could still have Emery in the job now because that's what some fans wanted. They wanted him to the end of the season, see where he gets us, and then start afresh next season. That's what some fans were saying. And we could have not even, to be honest, I don't even think I would have done a live podcast because I would have been pissed off that he was still our manager for one. You know what I mean? Everyone wouldn't have been up for it. Do you know what I mean? Here comes Sonny. How you doing, mate? You all right?
You know what? I'm actually getting sick of listening to you two. You know that, seriously. It's a load of fucking bollocks, mate. If I can just face the facts, it's fucking shit. There's no improvement at all. It's the same. They might as well have had Emery. There's no fucking difference at all. The players are fucking shit. That's all they do.
If you don't like listening, put some ear bits in there.
Fucking hell.
I bet it was
you two are getting fucking bad, I'll tell you.
I bet it was you that pressed the dislike button, wasn't it, you bastard?
I fucking was, I'll tell you.
You're right. How you feeling, Sonny?
Just going through emotions at the moment, mate. Not great. I'll tell you something though. There's no point watching Arsenal the rest of the season. It's shit, mate. We're done. It's crap.
You've got to have more faith in it, mate. You've got to have more faith.
Sonny, do you think, just your opinion, mate, I said about 5-10 minutes ago, do you think Arteta is using it now, the league, the Premier League matches, as an exercise to judge on what he's got to deal with next season and take more of the Europa seriously?
I think he's just deluded as Emery is, to be honest with you. Yeah, players who want to leave, Xhaka should just let him go. Mustafi should let him go. You should have got some money and fucking got better upgrades. You know, why keep these players? If they'll shit under Wenger, they'll shit under Emery, they're shit under Freddie, and they're shit under Arteta. Just let them fucking go, for fuck's sake.
Do you think it's the board that have got more of a say now? It's 3 managers that it's happened to.
The club's finished, mate. The club is finished. You know, Arsenal fans are going. You know, you get a defender for £7 million. They think they've signed Koulibaly. Everyone's just lost total reality. I think we're in space. We're in the twilight zone. Honestly, as a football club, we're honestly in the twilight zone. What waste of Sunday? Just another fucking waste of another Sunday.
Yeah, I do get where you're coming from. You know what I mean? It is, like I said, it is disappointing. But if it was Emery, I wouldn't have been doing today. I'll be honest now. I wouldn't have done a live.
There was no difference in that performance. I'm pro Arteta, you know I am. There's no difference in that performance under Emery or there was under Arteta. Sorry, it was exactly the same thing. It was.
But we didn't lose.
Oh, so what?
Sonny, do you think? I'm just asking, mate. Just a normal question. Do you think? I know it's poor and ain't well, but do you think defensively we've improved under Arteta though?
No, not based on this game.
I thought we were all right at the back in the last few games. I think we would have lost under Emery with this game.
Why? Just because Emery was in charge. That shot from Rodriguez wouldn't have been a millimetre low, would it? And now the squad.
But we have got defensively better, in my opinion, 100%.
Their defence is shit, Johnny. Their defence is shit, Johnny. Come seriously, face it. They're not good enough. They're not good enough as a football team. Guendouzi shouldn't even be playing for Arsenal, to be honest with you. Yeah, put Guendouzi in United games and go. There was no player on that pitch who wanted to take responsibility, including Martinelli, of taking your man on and making that happen. They was getting into the final third and passing backwards. They'll try and play safe. You play safe, you get draws. You know, that's as simple as that.
That's fair. I mean, your own comment. I thought Hector Bellerin, I thought David Luiz didn't have a bad game at all, to be honest. I thought they played their game.
We're playing Burnley, for God's sake, mate. We're playing Burnley. You're fucking Burnley. Come on, it's Burnley we're playing. We're not playing fucking Barcelona.
Yeah, well, we'd lose to Barcelona. We lost to Barcelona when we had a good team, let alone a fucking shit team.
We've never had a good team, mate. We haven't had a good team since 2004. No, you lot could dress up as you want, mate. You might dress up a pig, mate. It's still a pig.
I just don't get the negativity. I really don't, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I just like I keep saying, you know what I mean? I think under Arteta, there has been a difference. I know it ain't been a great performance today, but you know what I mean? We haven't lost for one. So that's a positive there. Just in one thing. Hold on, let me finish. That's a positive there, right? Because I don't care what anyone says, under him we would have lost that. Everyone in the comments said we would have lost. So that's a positive there. That's 1 point. That's a point more than what Emery would have got at the whole season, in my eyes. No good laughing. It is. It's you know what I mean. It is what it is. The players. I've said that. I said Pepe should have started. Torreira should have started, and Socrates should have started. In my eyes, they didn't. I said Arteta was wrong for that. What else can we do? We can talk about it. He should have started them three. But just because them three started, we would have won them, would we?
Well, seriously, even if them three played, we're still not good enough. We're not good enough as a football team. Our squad is not good enough.
Yeah, but we knew that. Everyone knew that. Even if Mourinho come in, even if Ancelotti come in, even if Allegri come in, and what?
Ancelotti can't play on the pitch, can he? Chadwick Murphy's on super chat. Attack was way too slow today. Sonny had a better chance of scoring on Tinder than Arsenal front three, mate. 100%, mate. 100%. You know what? You can't dress it up, Terry.
I'm not dressing it up. All I'm saying is that it's not as bad as what it could have been.
If your yardstick is Arsenal under Arteta, Arsenal under Emery, then basically you're setting your standards too low.
No, that's what I said. I've gone against what Arteta's lineup. I said that from the start. I said that he should have started 3 other players, but I can't see what people want or think should happen. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So let's say that Arteta didn't come in and we had Allegri come in.
They do Arteta. The players are not good enough.
No, but I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're making a wrong argument. You're totally making a wrong argument.
He wouldn't be able to get rid of all these players and got a load of players in straight away. So what?
Well, then it boils down to the other thing. Then it's down to the board again as usual. But let's the board off as usual, like they always do.
Yeah, no. I definitely agree with you, the board. I'm not against you with that. I definitely agree with your board.
I think I agree with both because the fact is, if you, it's just an opinion. You put Pep Guardiola in that team today with Arsenal, it's almost a fucking impossibility. So that's why I'm sticking by Arteta, because I agree players are not good enough to be in that Arsenal team. But people have got to realise he's been there 8 games. Arsenal have been fucking horrendous. And I've seen, as a footballer myself, I've seen slight improvements in areas. Arteta won't start till next year. The Premier League is clearly finished for Arsenal. Our best chance of getting in the Champions League is trying to win the Europa League. I'd love to win the FA Cup because it's a trophy. But at the end of the day, as Arsenal fans, we've got to realise it ain't good enough. But Arteta has gone into a team that is very, very poor. So that is a tough thing. And he has also gone into where a board is shit and doesn't give a shit about Arsenal, doesn't give a shit about his fans, and it will not spend money.
He's going to a team that's poor, Johnny, right? And he's kept the same players. So what's the point of that?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's kept the same players because that's all he's got, mate. Because the board ain't helping him.
If Xhaka wanted to go, send him for 20 million, get rid of him. If Mustafa wants to go, get rid of him.
Yeah,
go Guendouzi. I'm sure they'll be take us for him.
Thing is, if we sell them, the Arsenal board ain't going to give him any money to spend.
Well, then we're finished as a football club. Then we might as well just forget it. We might as well forget it now. And it's no point watching football no more, is there? They've killed us.
Well, we know what they've done to us. We know what the board have done to us. No one will argue with you there. The only thing I'll agree with you that on all day. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We have to accept, sadly, that the board have rammed it up our arse.
Well, then we shouldn't be making excuses and saying we've done well, at least it's a point.
What I'm saying, no, you're missing my point. What I'm saying to you is that we are. Arteta is doing a job and doing all he can for a board that is not helping him. His back's against the wall.
We're not going to sack the manager. We're not going to sack. So we don't need to defend him because we're not going to sack him. Right? He's there for the next 4 years, and they're not going to sack Arteta. So there's no point in defend Arteta. His job is safer than any of our jobs. So, but the thing is, we're shit. You know, there's no point. There's no point in people. You know, people going over the top about a cross, a corner, a shot, a run, beating someone. As a football team, we're shit. We're finished as a football team.
Mohammed, I didn't laugh at you. You said that I can't even remember what you said. Actually, you said something like, "What a shocking team lineup," or something like that. Bad lineup. And I said I agree with you to a certain extent that 3 players should be playing. I said that.
But what annoys me about when you go, not necessarily Sonny, I've never seen him say it or you say it, Terry, but I have been on social media and I have Lacazette got voted Arsenal's best player of the season last year. Everyone was ranting and raving that he's so much better than Aubameyang, which he's not. But what pisses me off is now he's not scoring. His work rate's good. No one can knock him on his work rate. Today he was poor, yes, but the problem is when an Arsenal player does start playing well, everyone starts fucking hammering him.
He's not even better than Giroud. Lacazette is not even better than Giroud.
But you wouldn't have said that last year.
I said that for the last 3 seasons, actually.
Well, he hasn't been. Lacazette's been a much better player than Giroud last season.
No, yeah. He can't even get the defence team ahead of him. That's saying he's saying.
Well, no, because they play a different system, Sonny. That's why.
What's Arsenal's system, mate? Tell me what did Mesut Ozil do to deserve to get into that football team today?
You're entitled to your opinion, but there is no way Giroud is better player.
Yeah, but my opinion is backed by results. He's also backed by their position in the league.
But he's not a better player than Lacazette. Giroud. That's why we got rid of him.
Giroud has done more for Arsenal than Lacazette will do in his career.
Yeah, because he's playing around other shit players.
Arsenal players are supposed to be better than when Giroud was at Arsenal.
Well, I mean, we sent him to Chelsea. He's on his way to Tottenham now. Giroud's not a great... Giroud is nothing better than a worse off Alan Smith.
Giroud in his day was a better player than Lacazette. Giroud is past it now, but in his day was a better player than Lacazette.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
What's Lacazette held up apart from traffic?
What do you mean? What
ball did he hold up today? Apart from traffic on his way up, what did he hold up today?
Lacazette doesn't work his bollocks off then, no?
Give me £200 a week. I work my bollocks off as well. Work rate is not good enough. Just work rate is not good enough to be a footballer at Arsenal.
So Ray Parlour weren't a good player at Arsenal.
Work rate is not good enough just to be a footballer at Arsenal. Ray Parlour walked into this team.
Ray Parlour was a workhorse.
Well, Ray Parlour walked into this team. You can't compare Ray Parlour with any of these players.
Lacazette's a workhorse. I'm not saying you're missing the point. I'm not saying Lacazette's playing well at the moment. He's not. My argument was last season he was voted by the fans as Arsenal's best player. The same
fans who wanted a self-sustaining model. The same fans who wanted to keep Emery. The same fans who wanted to keep Wenger for too long.
Well, no. As a general, the actual fans from
Arsenal. The same fans have got everything else wrong.
And Aubameyang was my favourite player, but Lacazette won it. Was it Kenny Ken? Kenny Ken said, he goes, and Claude, I think, said Lacazette was Arsenal's best player.
Right.
As soon as
what a stupid comment that was. Sonny being toxic and negative. I'm saying it on what I've seen. What do you want to do? Own my opinion. Do you want to own my opinion?
Listen. No one's being toxic. I mean, there are. You know what I mean? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Do you know what I mean? We might not all agree, but no one's being toxic. I don't know why people say that. I mean, I do agree that some fans are being negative because at the end of the day, as my point of view is, we could still have Emery and I wouldn't even be watching Arsenal anymore. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be watching Arsenal anymore. If he was still our manager now, I would not be watching it. Today, I got up. I was excited about the game. I was excited about David Luiz and Arteta coming back on the team. Yeah, they haven't performed. And
and I respect that, Terry. But the only thing for me personally is I'm just old school. I'll watch Arsenal all the time, win, lose or draw. If Arsenal had Emery there today, I'd still watch Arsenal without a doubt. I might not like what they do. I might not like but I just think, and I know you're not, Terry, but I just think a lot of Arsenal fans nowadays, modern day fans especially, that it is toxic. It is toxic. A lot of Arsenal fans are toxic. They're poisonous. Absolutely fucking poisonous.
What's poisonous about? What's there not to be positive about?
Right,
We're top of the league. We're going nowhere as a football club.
Yeah,
What's there not to be positive about?
Sonny, Manchester United never won a title for 25
I don't care about what United have done. I'm not interested about United. I care about Arsenal.
Yeah, I care about Arsenal.
I don't care about United. I don't care about Liverpool for 3 years.
I'm a realist, mate. You're not a realist.
I'm a realist. A realist winning one league game in the last 15 that's real enough for you.
And yeah, but that's life in football. It happens. It happens. Arsenal, it's not a divine right for Arsenal to win all the time and do well all the time.
It's a result-driven business. It is a divine right. It's a result-driven business.
It's not a divine right.
It's a result-driven business.
It's not a divine right.
It's a result-driven business.
But what about Leeds? What about Leeds? You know,
I don't care about Leeds.
Yeah, but you're saying you don't care. It's football.
It's a result-driven business. It's based on results.
Yeah, so Leeds are not a great club?
No, not anymore.
Leeds will always be a great club.
No, they won't. The Leeds fans, they will be. Not for me, they won't. They won't.
It's not just about winning all the time, mate. Arsenal means more than just trophies and being top of the league, Sonny.
What's it mean then?
It means supporting the team, win, lose, or draw, bad or good.
It also means saying it as it is as well.
What do you mean saying it is? I know Arsenal are shit at the moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what's what you're saying any different than what I'm saying?
Well, it is because you're saying that they're not. There's nothing about. There's no change under Arteta. There clearly is.
Based on this game, there isn't. I said.
That's one game.
Based on this game. Well, we're talking about this game. Our opinion is on this game. Arteta's only got one league win so far.
Yeah, but you
it's
said
not good enough, is it?
What do you mean it's not good enough? We
didn't
lose.
Listen. Let me ask a question to both of you, right? Yes, we know the game weren't good enough today. Players weren't good enough. Yes, I agree. He didn't really pick the best lineup because obviously I think 3 other players should have started. So what can we do for the rest of the season? What do we do? If this just carries on for the rest of the season, do we just all moan about it and just carry on moaning?
Well, no, we don't. No, we don't.
What we do?
No, we don't. We put our arse.
No, I don't mean moaning, like as in, you know, what I'm saying is that what else can he do? We've got the players that we've got now, and that's it. We've got the players.
Is this geezer dumb? Or is he about 6 years old? Where have I said I want Arteta out, you dumbo? Where have I said that?
Sonny, I don't know why you just ignore him. Don't worry about it. That's what I mean. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Just like you are, we are, everyone is. Do you know what I mean? If that's what he wants to think, who cares?
Not when you someone out. It doesn't mean you can't tell the truth.
No, I'm just saying. But that's your opinion. What you're saying.
Where's the press in this game? Where's the energy? Where's the press? There was
in the first 20 minutes. There was in the first. After the first 20 minutes, it had gone.
Only Arsenal could play for 20 minutes in the game.
No, I'm not saying that, am I, Sonny? I'm not saying that. You asked a question and I gave you the answer.
I'm asking another question. So only Arsenal could play for 20 minutes in the game?
No, I think we can't only play. What have we been doing for the last 18, 19 months? What have we been doing? We've been sitting on our asses, literally sitting on our asses. So basically, just like me, you or Johnny or any of us, if we were sitting on our asses for 19 minutes, 19 months, and you've been told that you need to run for 95 minutes, you've got to go to the gym and build your stamina up.
Mate, Arsenal signed players from A&E.
But that's what's happening. That's what I'm saying.
Signed players from A&E.
He's got to build. Every player's got to build their stamina up to play under Arteta. And come the end of the season, I'm telling you now that half of these players won't be playing in this team. But what can we do about it now?
They'll all be there. Last season we had 47 months there. Last season we had 47 points. So 31 points today. 13 draws shows the team doesn't have the confidence or killer instincts to win games. Exactly. It doesn't matter how much you dress up, how much you get upset. This shit.
We didn't say they weren't. I did. I definitely didn't say they were. I said they were shit today. Apart, we had a good 20 minutes, and after that, we was bad. But we haven't lost the game.
What difference does it make when we're 12th if we lost or not? What difference does it make?
To build confidence up still. If you're losing every game, then you ain't going to have confidence. You ain't going to go.
These are footballers on 200 grand a week. These are footballers on 200 grand a week, right? Sorry? These are footballers on 200 grand a week. They won the last game against Bournemouth. Didn't have the confidence up.
But that's like you can. I know you don't want to hear about other teams and that, but every other team have got players that run 200 grand a week. Why ain't Leicester up there with them? Why ain't Man City doing it?
What has that got to do with anything?
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's just Arsenal players. Why ain't Man City?
You said they're going to get a lot of confidence because they drew today. Why would they get a lot of confidence from that?
Because when they're not losing like under Emery.
They're not winning either.
Yeah, and what?
They might as well stay at home.
Of course they're not winning. We know they're not winning. We've said that. But
they're not winning confidence, are they, Terry?
But there's no point of doing podcasts or anything like that, is there? If we're all just going to say, "Oh well, we're shit. We've got shit players. We've got." Shit
we can tell the truth. We can tell the truth. We can call out the real problem. The real problem is the Arsenal owners.
We said that. I agree with you. I totally agree with you there. That's what I'm saying. I totally agree with you. It's the owners. The owners need to put money into our club. Without over that.
I'm going to get a Happy Meal.
Huh?
I'm going to go get a Happy Meal.
Yeah, but, I mean, I just think, you know what I mean? Is that this is all I'm trying to say is like I said before, is that we've had 18 months of absolute proper shit. We've had absolute 18 months. And football. 80 football for 18 months.
They're still shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying that they're not. But there is still a little improvement there. There is. There is a little improvement there. And anyone that says there ain't, then
the
results hasn't improved. No.
It's all about
they haven't improved. When you go gym, do you improve in 6 weeks? No, you don't. Like you don't get muscle tone and
you don't get worse.
You're doing it.
You don't get worse, do you?
But you're building up. That's what I'm saying. You're building up.
What we build up to the season is finished, Joe.
So let's be realistic then, right? So the way you're feeling at the moment, you're saying that we're more or less going to get relegated. The way you're acting now at the moment,
we're going to keep drawing to the end of the season.
So realistically, where are we going to end up this season?
We're more or less where we are.
Exactly, but that's what everyone said anyway. So what's the big negativity?
I'm saying it is.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it is. I'm not being negative. I'm saying it is.
No, I know you're saying as it is. That's your opinion. That's what I mean.
I can't be negative when it's not negative, can I?
I don't know. I just think that everyone thinks, you know what I mean, that Arteta's come in and just because he's got no experience.
These players are not good enough.
I'm not saying you personally. I'm just saying that Arteta has got no experience. We should, if we would have got Ancelotti, if we would have got Allegri, we would have been
at all. No difference at all. You know what? Everything in life, within work, is based on what comes from the top. If we get shit from the top, it's going to filter down, and that's what we've got. Yeah,
no, I do agree with you with that. With the owners, as far as I'm concerned, can get fucked and get out of our club.
So everyone was saying to me, Conky's not the problem. I'm sorry, well, Conky is the problem, and our recruitment is the problem.
Yeah.
Don't go and sign some £7 million geezer no one's heard of, right? I think he's going to fix our defensive problems, and then go and sign someone who's in A&E who couldn't even get into Southampton team. We're supposed to be better.
Yeah,
we're replacing Deadwood with Deadwood.
Yeah, I do totally agree with you there. If Liverpool wanted a player, for instance, or Klopp wanted a player, they'd go out and get him. We won't do that at Arsenal. I totally agree.
Then Arsenal fans shouldn't expect no improvement then, should they?
I suppose so.
Yeah, you know what? We might as well be playing chess on we might be playing drafts on a chessboard. You know, it's just crap. It's just crap. Everything about is crap. Go and sell Lacazette. What's Lacazette done?
The only difference is now, right, is that when we play Liverpool, just say in a few games' time, 5-6 games' time, whenever it is, and we win, everyone will be fucking singing out of their arse.
We'll win. They'll murder us. I'm
just telling you now. That's what I'm saying. This is why people say flip flops. Like even with most of the people in the comment, we beat Liverpool and it'd be the best thing since sliced bread. All the comments are changed. Like they go from one way from like it is now to the other way. So we're gonna go out now. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna do this. There's no in between. There's no in between whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. It's only like 7-8 games. But there was people out there, that, as you know, that come on this podcast and in the comments were saying they still wanted to give Emery time this season. Yeah, mate.
It's all over, mate. It's all over. Arsenal finishes football club. Simple as that. Simple as
Well,
that.
hopefully we ain't, and hopefully the mood will get better anyway. I mean, we need to end this podcast, and we'll be going for 2.5 hours anyway. I need to.
Take care. Thanks for doing the Watchalong. Take care, mate.
Thanks for coming.
I'm going to
All right, yeah. All right, we're going to have to sum up, John, because I need to sort other things out and all today. But just give your final thoughts on the game and what you expect for the rest of the season and what you're hoping for, mate.
Well, mate, I'll just be honest. I just think at the end of the day, the Premier League, my personal opinion, he's using that as also to assess what he can do for next season, get as high as he can in the league. We know it's done in the league title. The Europa League's the most important thing for us now, clearly, to try and get back in the Champions League and to get the signings in. FA Cup, obviously, I hope we can do that. But one thing I will say, whether it's right or wrong, Arsenal win, lose, draw, I'll always be there when I can, cheering the team on. And people have got to realise there were worse teams. Like as I say, Arsenal have suffered a lot worse than what they have suffered now. Even under George Graham before the Bung era, at the end of the day, I said it before and I say it again, football's changed. Arsene Wenger, yeah, maybe he should have left a few years before, but he put himself on a pedestal of success, done really well. Kids in a candy shop, wanting more, seeing Man City doing well, seeing Chelsea, and I just think it's made Arsenal fans more gluttonous. That's just my opinion. At the end of the day, you support it. Look at all the Leeds fans. Look at the Wolves fans, Port Vale fans, all clubs that used to be big. Tottenham, I hate to say it, I hate to say this, but Tottenham Hotspur fans there win fuck all. And they're there week in and week out, singing their name, praising their team. I'm sick of Arsenal fans slagging our team off for boning how shit we are. Do you know what I mean? To me, it's embarrassing. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I respect that. But me as an individual, I support Arsenal Football Club, win, lose or draw.
Yeah. No, I've got to agree with most of what you said there, to be honest, Johnny. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I don't care what anyone says. If Emery was still our manager, it's just me personally. He boiled the life out of me. He drained everything out of me watching Arsenal. I'll be honest, I hated watching football. You know what I mean? It was the same old every week, coming on the podcast. Nothing changed, no difference whatsoever. I know people keep saying, don't bring Emery up. The reason why I do is because there is a clear difference in my eyes. Arteta has done a great job at the moment with a shit team. We all know that. We all said that. We all said it ages ago. This squad of players are not good enough to lace any Arsenal team's boots that's been over the years. We know that, right? But even if he cleared out 7 or 8 players, realistically, in this transfer window, we wouldn't have been able to replace them. We couldn't do it. It's as simple and easy as that. Come the summer, obviously, I'm hoping that at least 4 or 5 players go and he can get 4 or 5 players in. And then, obviously, we can start really, hopefully, pushing on. But for the rest of the season, in my eyes, we've got the FA Cup. We've got Portsmouth next. We should beat them going into the quarter-final. We've only another 2 more games before the final. Who knows what can happen? Same with the Europa League. You know what I mean? And just before, and again, to put it in perspective, you know what I mean? We had a chat about prioritising the cups earlier on, didn't we? Do you know what I mean? And fans were saying, or people in the comments were saying, we need to prioritise Europa League Cup so we can get Champions League football. We can't even beat Burnley today, like they're all saying. So why on earth do they want Champions League football? Playing Barcelona, Real Madrid, we'd have 6 games and we'd be out anyway at this rate. So what's the difference?
I agree with you, mate. And another total thing, and this is from the heart. I'm not having a go at Sonny. I'm not having a go at any because they're all entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, this might sound mad what I'm going to say, but a lot of Arsenal fans, especially modern day fans, this is going to do them the world of good because they are looking at reality now.
Yeah.
If you support a football club and you choose to support that football club, it ain't about how high you are or what you're winning. It's about that badge. And you play bad sometimes, and you play very bad. Sometimes you play wonderful football. but you support that club no matter what they're doing, and you stick by them, and that's just me.
Yeah.
And I don't care if Arsenal. I'd care if Arsenal were in the Championship and they did get relegated. I'll be there next season.
Yeah.
I'd be tuned because I love Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not our turn. You know, Liverpool never won the Premiership. They will this time. But that's just me. I'm not knocking anyone else.
Masterson, I just to pick you up there, I didn't say that we was going to win Europa. I was saying earlier on we was talking about that. Sam, Terry, we need Champions League money for the Champions League for the money. What do we need it for the money for? How many years on the trot did we get in the Champions League under Wenger? When did we spend the money? When did we go out and spend money for that, for getting the money in the Champions League? We was in it for what, 18, 20 years, was it, on the trot? 20 years, I think it was, on a trot in the Champions League. When did we go out every season and spend that money? When?
And you know, also, we're one that does annoy me, and when people say, and Terry is right, but we're one of the richest clubs in the world. We don't need Champions League. It's just the fact is we don't spend the money.
Yeah, exactly. We don't spend it. We've got money there. There is money there.
That 10 million is fuck all to Arsenal.
I just don't understand that when they say we need the money. Do you know what I mean? It's got, yes, it will attract better players. I totally agree with you. But at this moment in time, who is going to want to come to us? Because we will only play 6 games if we're lucky, depending on the draw in the Champions League. We are not good enough at the moment. I totally agree with that.
And also, as well, Sonny mentioned. I think Sonny did mention. I can't remember if it was Sonny who mentioned it. When you sign people in January, it's tough because it's a very hard thing to join. And get good players in January, and they're fighting for their Champions League positions. At the end of the day, players, they don't want to leave their clubs in certain times. So he's saying here, Johnny expecting mediocre. No, Johnny's not. If you listen to exactly what I said properly, I said that badge is Arsenal Football Club. I want to win trophies. But if we're not playing well, you don't shit on your team. You stick by them. I am saying it now. I don't give a fuck if Arsenal are in the Vauxhall Conference. I would be there supporting Arsenal Football Club. Simple as that. I love Arsenal Football Club. I don't love the trophies. I love winning them. But I love my football club. And that's what a lot of supporters should realise. That's my opinion. And I'll stick by that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, we're going to wrap it up now anyway, mate. But, I am disappointed. Ain't we all disappointed? You know what I mean? Like I said, I woke up this morning. I was excited. I thought that we'd get a win today, 3-1 win, like I predicted. I thought with Aubameyang and David Luiz back, we'd look better. Obviously, it hasn't worked out like that. Excuse me, but just because it's today doesn't mean it's going to be the same again next week and the week after. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? We just have to pick ourselves up now as a club, as a fan base, get behind the team, get behind the manager, because the manager ain't going nowhere anyway. Even if he was, it ain't going to happen anyway until the end of the season, but that is never going to happen anyway. So we're just literally got to get behind him, behind the players, and hopefully we can turn it around. And like I said, I do believe that once a goal goes in early, I think that we could turn the team over quite big. I really do believe that. And I do believe under Arteta, we will do something, but we've just got to give it time. Give it time. Just because Emery had
we're talking eight fucking games, mate.
I know that's what I'm saying. Just because Emery had a great CV and he won 3 Europa League on a trot, everyone was willing to give him 2 seasons. Everyone said, "Oh, you've got to give him at least 2 windows to get his players in, let them bed in, blah 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 blah." All under Emery because he won 3 Europa Leagues. Well, if you're that bothered, then go and support the fucking team that he's going to manage next. Because I don't give a shit. In my eyes, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm willing. Yes, I do like Arteta. Yes, if it weren't Arteta as our manager and it was fucking Mourinho or Ancelotti or whoever it was, I would have given him a chance. You can't just turn around after 8 games and say, oh look what he's done. You know what I mean? He's a load of rubbish. We ain't winning games, so he's crap. Basically, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Especially when you got fans that said 2 months ago that this squad of players were a load of shit. They're not going to do anything under a new manager. That's
Exactly.
That's what 90% of people were saying, that these players were shit. We know they're shit, but have they improved under Arteta? Yes, they have. In my eyes, they have. Even the players. Sorry, mate.
If you look at teams like, if you look at Liverpool for a fine example, massive team, probably the biggest team or one of the biggest teams in England. Yeah. Right. Without a doubt. Never won the Premiership, as I said, for so long. You look at them fans, week in, week out. They've had some terrible seasons. You don't get half the shit what Arsenal fans put on media and all that. They're there shouting, singing "You Never Walk Alone." They love that club. They stick by. And then when some people say, "Oh, I don't care about Liverpool," or "I don't care about that," or "I don't care about that," what I'm trying to say is that they're embarrassing us as fans, because on social media, Arsenal fans have not got a good name. I'm telling you that. And nor has Man United. Because the thing is, it's not a divine right. It's not settling for mediocrity. It isn't. My argument is, it's not our time. And you go through ups and downs in football, but you still follow and support your team.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, all we can do is, I mean, like I said, you know, I mean, it's just my opinion. It's not Johnny's opinion and Sonny's opinion. You know what I mean? Everyone in the comments, I appreciate your opinions. You know what I mean? I've got nothing against anybody. Do you know what I mean? I totally take it on board what you're saying. You're obviously not enthusiastic with Arteta as our manager, which is fair enough. You know, I can't argue with you with that. That's your own point of view. Me myself, I do like Arteta. I do think he will come good.
I do.
And until really he shows me otherwise, or you know what I mean, I definitely don't think we're going to go anywhere under him. Then obviously I'll change my mind, but I'm not going to do that after 8 games, I'm afraid. So you know what I mean. I still believe that the players have improved. Yes, the results haven't improved. We haven't lost, which is a bonus for me. So the games, all right, they haven't been fantastic, you know what I mean, games, but in a few of them, I think we've played much better than what we ever did under Emery in them games like Chelsea and that. So for me, you know, it's looking good at the moment. I know that sounds silly because we haven't won in a few games or whatever, but like I said and all, we haven't had a fully fit team either. Not once under Arteta have we had a fully fit team. So we can pick the actual team that he would want out of the old squad that we've got.
I don't think you sound silly at all, Terry. I actually think you're a realist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think you're a realist. You sit back and you realise that at the end of the day, as I keep repeating myself, sometimes it ain't our time. And, you know, you get good teams, you get bad teams. And, you know, there's a lot of work to be done at Arsenal. No one's denying that fact.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, you stick together as fans and, you know, I don't know. It's just really, really disappointing. It's, you know, the way it goes. I don't know. I just get, sometimes I give up with the Arsenal fans. It's like going back to the Arsene Wenger debate again. You know, you get everyone start rowing again about the manager. Everyone, it just gets tiresome. You know, and until we do something about that board, then you know, you can't keep blaming the manager.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I know I'm gonna end it, but people keep saying that this lineup, the start of the lineup. I've already said I don't agree. I didn't agree with him at the start of this show. The team that he picked. I've already said that. What more do you want me to do? I don't understand. I've already said that there was 3 players on the bench that should have started. Well, but just because hold up, I know what to do then. Because he didn't. Is this what you want? Because he didn't pick them 3 players, we should all be Emery out then. Is Arteta out? Is that what it should be then? Because he didn't pick them 3 players to start our game, we should all be Arteta out. I don't understand it. I've said from the start, that them 3 players should have started. I do believe that. I've always said that you should start with your strongest team. And I said that if they're fit enough to be on the bench, then they're fit enough to be playing on the pitch. I said that at the beginning. So, yes, I agree with the team lineup. It wasn't the right one. Yes, I agree. He picked the wrong team lineup. He should have had a few of the players on the bench on the field. I agree with that. But once again, the players that were on the pitch were shit for 60, 75 minutes. We had a good 25-minute spell, but we didn't lose. We did not lose.
Well, the thing is, hindsight's a wonderful thing. It's like, wouldn't it have been fact, which we'd never know, Terry, obviously, but if he would have put the 3 players on the pitch that the other people wanted, it's a shame we'd never know the result, because say if we would have lost, it's all guesswork evidence, isn't it? It's the end of the day, the manager's picked what he's picked, and as you rightly said, we stick by him. And but I despise pure negativity. I always have done with football, and everyone's got a right to have an opinion, and I agree with you there. But it's the negativity of too soon with Arteta. It's so tiresome. You've had the Wenger debate, we've had the Emery debate, and now after 8 games, some saps are coming out and having a go at Arteta. When I say saps, I mean the ones that are saying out, not necessarily having a go at him about the team selection. But after 8 games, Emery out, it's almost like they're too busy playing FIFA all day and their football managers.
Yeah. All right, well, let's leave it there. I mean, as I said, everyone's got their own opinion, and I totally respect that, everyone in the comments. So I'm really glad that you're coming on and watched it with us today and shared your opinion. Thankful for that. Just want to say thank you to Johnny for going through that game with me and helping me out, Johnny.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
No problem. And yeah, it was Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Obviously, we're all disappointed that we didn't win and didn't get 3 points. We want to be further up the table than what we are. But it is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He's only had 8 games. So all I'm saying is just hopefully try and stick with him a little bit longer, and it will turn around, I'm telling you. So, but until next time, Thursday, just to let you all know, Thursday we've got the old boys back again talking about the 80s and 90s era this time with David Rocastle and Ian Wright and Burkamp and all them with Dad of the show, Melvin. So I think it'll be roughly about 8 o'clock. So if you could please join us then, that'd be great. And when we do tweet it out, retweet it for us. That'd be fantastic. And if you could also hit the like button or dislike button today, that would be even better. But until then, thank you very much. And everyone stay, just quickly, anyone that's in the terror attack, please, our thoughts go out to your friends and families, and everyone stay safe in the area. And let's just hope we don't have any more of that rubbish. So yeah, peace out. Everyone stay safe and see you next time.
See you later, mate.